Don't tell me that.
Live.
We're live? All right. Let's see if we're live here. I'm just going to click on this. Let's refresh this page. I don't think we're live. This is waiting for Red Cape Sports.
You are on the, go to the videos.
All right. Okay. There we are. Oh, we just have an advertisement. That's how we get paid. Hey, we're live.
It sounds weird, but I know.
Chat is disabled for this live stream. Nope. Not going to allow that. Mitch, you got rid of the live stream chat. Gotta fix that.
No, it's not true. I can see the chats.
Oh, Mitch says he can see the chats. You saw what I saw, right?
Yep, I
It
saw
did
it.
say that.
Yeah.
So I'm not going crazy here. Yeah, 100%. Chat is disabled for this live stream.
Go to the Red Cape Sports YouTube page,
Yeah.
and then go under our new live stream. There's tons of comments.
This one here, 1 minute ago.
No, so said chat's disabled.
Yeah.
Are you under live with Frank and Bird?
Nope.
It's not even an option. Let's see. Oh, here
There
we
we
go.
go.
Here we go. So we got this going. All right, guys.
Good.
Sorry about the delay there. I hope that you all can hear us. So if you guys can hear us, leave me a comment. I believe that most people will be able to hear us because we're only like 3 seconds behind. All right, cool. So we're good to
Okay.
go. So sorry about that, guys. We're gonna reintroduce this man who needs no introduction whatsoever. The man, the myth, the legend, Frank Sefu. Frank, thank you so much for being here.
My pleasure. I'm
We
glad
all
to be
appreciate
here.
it.
Glad-
So very quickly, I'm not sure how many people did catch the tail end to our discussion. Basically, Frank and I, while we wait for more comments to come pouring in, we're discussing being Canadian and our proximity to Toronto being about 3.5 to 4 hours, depending on how heavy of a foot you have on the gas.
Mhm.
The Toronto Blue Jays kind of got, let's say, screwed over by the government.
Well,
maybe not screwed over.
That's screwed over.
But
I mean,
time-wise, it's not ideal.
you protected an entire country. You got to remember that.
no,
Not protecting
obviously.
just a team. And this is a mutual thing. It's not the Canadian government that shut the border. The American government shut their border as well. So it's no good that one border is open and the other one's closed.
Yeah.
Okay. So yes, I mean, does that work in the favor of the Blue Jays? Absolutely not, because if you can't travel, you can't play.
Yeah, for
Right?
sure.
And especially when you have no place to play. So, in my opinion, I think it's still too soon, honestly. You know, I just don't see this working out. I hope it does,
see
but I don't see it.
I see it working out. And again, alluding to what we were saying through the first attempt of this stream,
Mhm.
the bubble system seems to work.
Yeah.
Recent news came out today, NBA, 0 positive cases. Depending on how accurate that is, we're also discussing that. You know, for the most part, all we can do is receive the information provided to us
Mhm.
and hope that it's accurate. You know, especially me being in the media, I can only hope that what we're receiving from credible news sources such as ESPN,
Yeah.
CBS Sports, the whole 9 yards is accurate. So yeah, guys, we're here. If you guys have any specific questions regarding playoffs, specific players, cards to pick up, stories that you guys want to hear, because Frank was quite a wonderful footballer, let's call it. No, and by football I mean soccer. So, soccer, as we'll call it. You know, I'm not sure, Frank. Who is your team actually? Are you an EPL fan or what are you?
No, I follow soccer in general.
Okay.
I do have favorite teams, of course. North America, it's the Toronto FC.
Okay.
Internationally is Italy. That's where I grew up. International or team or clubs, it's Inter Milan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
My favorite since I was a kid. I was a big, huge fan of Walter Zinga, goalie.
Yep.
And I've always wanted to be a goalie, but went a different way. And that's
For
how
sure.
those are the teams he played for.
Yeah. All right. So it seems like questions are starting to pop in here. One of the questions is, what do you think happens to the hobby when the NBA bubble pops and it's closed down? So first and foremost, I think that's going to have to happen, right? Right now, I actually believe what they got happening on in Orlando is not a bad situation. I think allowing everyone to be quarantined and having that time within that bubble, and I mean, there's really nowhere else to go for them. And there's several different players who are on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, all this different social media, kind of giving us behind the scenes of what's happening. And I personally believe everything that, I guess what I'm saying here, Frank, is I don't think NBA is going to get shut down right away, if at all. I feel like the bubble system's working because MLS, who's also at the Worldwide Sports, it's working.
According to what we're hearing, is the bubble system working? Absolutely. It's working, not just working, it's thriving. Like, I mean, it's best case scenario, it's what's happening, right? But then again, it takes one. It only takes
of course.
one. And yes, when that one hopefully does happen, it's a shutdown again.
Yeah, so we're gonna see what's going on.
Yeah,
with
we can judge, we can predict, we can only see.
I mean, I
what's
think
gonna happen.
Selfishly, we both want to see sports happen,
Absolutely,
but we do want to see it happen in a responsible manner as well. Another question here. It doesn't specify. Pardon me, which sport. But Anthony is wondering your favorite player. So let's start off with the Leafs, because in my opinion, the Leafs have so many fan favorites, if you will.
Oh yeah.
But who's your favorite Leaf?
My favorite current Leaf is Austin Matthews.
Okay.
My favorite all-time Leaf, and that's an
Is
easy.
it Dougie?
No, it's actually Felix Potvin.
Felix Potvin.
Yep, my all-time hero, my all-time favorite. I did not just in a hobby, but as a player.
I got to embarrass the mom. Because she keeps on telling stories. My mom had the hots for Felix Potvin.
She is a smart woman,
right? So she had a number 29 jersey hanging up for the longest time. She had the hots for him. I'm not sure if Mitch even knows that
really
story.
Messed up. That's my mom.
It is messed up, right?
Why is it messed up?
Because that's our mother.
If she's that smart, how did she give birth to you guys?
Yeah. So anyway,
Tucker!
Exactly. So we're always having fun here. Favorite player for me in the NHL. I would actually have to think about that. Maybe Ovi for me personally. All time was Pavel Bure, the Russian Rocket, as they call him. He had silky smooth hands, and unfortunately for him, never won a cup. But my Rangers got to win the cup that year, so I'll take it. So let's see what else we have. Thoughts on buying raw Prism basketball rookie cards at significant discount versus graded on eBay.
All day long.
All day long.
All day long.
Why is that?
Because you just nailed it. On a significant discount, you can't go wrong. I mean, even if it's slightly not perfect, then you know what, you're paying for what you're getting. But then again, look at the rookie cards that are selling of legends or Hall of Famers to be. Kobe Bryant rookie card. You'll get off-centered, bad corners, whatever, and you're still paying $400 or $500, right? So yes, how do you know the next one you're gonna buy at a significant discount is not gonna be that guy? So absolutely, I will gladly buy any not graded rookie cards for a discount.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely think the same as well, because it's not often, but sometimes you do receive cards within the mail from eBay or ComC or wherever it is, and the cards actually look pretty decent and they're gradable. I'm not going to say bank on it, right? Definitely check out the market listings and any kind of comps to see what the going rate is. But absolutely, I feel like if you can get it for a good price, pull the trigger.
A guy contacted me a year and a half ago, offered me a Carey Price Ice Rookie out of 99. And when I asked him how's the shape, and then he's like, "Oh, I don't like the shape. I honestly think the edges are rough, this and that, and that's why I don't want the full market value for it. I mean, yes, I don't think this is a gradable. I think this is a card that belongs in a PC as it is. What do you want for it?" He gave me a price, and I'm like, "I'll take it."
Hey.
Yep, and that being a PSA 10.
Right. I mean, you can't go wrong with that.
Right.
And also,
Yeah, so-
I feel like it also helps to be a legitimate collector too, right?
Mhm,
Not just investing wise. A good example of this, this is actually Mitch's card. This is a wonderful Topps Project 2020 card. This is Jackie Robinson from Mr. Cartoon. So Mr. Cartoon actually does Eminem, the rapper, not too far from here, about 30-minute drive and 8 Mile. So anyway, that card, let's just say Mitch overpaid for it, but at the end of the day, it's a PC item. Well, you did overpay for it.
Okay, I'm gonna cut you off here. There is no such thing as overpaying for a PC item.
There we go.
Especially when your business is making bank.
But let me
Yep.
say this. Let me say this. The only reason why I say that is it was originally going to be an investment opportunity for him. Now, when the price dipped,
No.
It became a
bought that
PC.
one as a PC.
okay, I didn't know that.
The
I didn't know
trout
that.
one, the trout red one, I messed up.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay, well,
Fair enough.
we've all messed up. You've messed up. I've
Oh,
messed up.
100% I've messed up.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you heard my story.
Yeah.
I needed money
Mhm.
and I was just starting off. This was about 2-3 years ago. I was just starting off on eBay. So all my friends tell me the best way to have an auction, 99-cent listings. So long story short, I put my Alex Ovechkin 8x10 with a certificate of authenticity. Yes, you all know where this is going for. Sold listing, including shipping. I think I got it like $11 for it.
Well, yes, that's bad.
That's bad. Like that's, you know how much that hurts me.
I've done worse.
Oh, I'm
Much worse.
Frank. I think I don't want to tell the internet how
I'm
all
trying
the
to
bad
make you feel
decisions
better.
we've made. I feel better. I feel great. I've done very well on a lot of players.
Yeah. Try this then. Beat that. I had a customer that asked me to list this card on eBay for him, and it's like they're hot, they're selling for a lot, and put it on eBay, and I'll take my chances because on eBay they're all over the place, somewhere between $300 to $500,
Right.
and it was Mitch Marner, the Cup booklet of some type.
Right.
Yeah. And I'm like, okay, well, we'll start it at $49.99. And he's like, absolutely not. Start at the minimum,
Yeah.
Start it at the lowest you can. So I'm like, okay, I'll start it at $1.99. Listed the card, whatever. 3 minutes later, I got a notification, card sold and paid for. And I'm like, what? I actually listed it for a buy it now of $1.99.
Oh,
So, yes, I've done worse.
wow.
Yeah.
That's
Uh,
tough. Oh, jeez.
And yes, I did not scam the guy. I did ship the card, and we
Yeah.
made a deal with the seller, and I
Fair
covered it up.
So,
yeah.
Alrighty. We have another question here, and this one's actually quite interesting.
Mhm.
So this guy's wondering: does grading a 1-of-1 sports card make sense? Is the price will it go up or down depending on the grade?
The price will not go up or down, in my opinion.
Okay.
A 1-of-1, it's not like something you can say, oh, then if it grades an 8, you can't say, oh, I'm gonna go look for a 9.5. It makes no sense.
Mhm.
The only way it does make sense is when you grade it. It's a great top loader. You cannot protect it any better.
Yeah.
Right?
For
That's
sure.
the only thing that makes sense about grading a 1-of-1.
Okay. Now, guys, we also do have some sports cards here. We're not going to use an X-Acto knife to open up any of them. Frank is going to show you all the correct way to open up cards because if you guys have seen Mitch's last video, he literally used an X-Acto knife and it was just the most cringeworthy thing. So, Frank, do us the honors. What do we got
Okay.
here? 2018, 2019 OPG.
OPG.
Frank's going to open that up.
Okay.
While I look for more.
These packs are like
questions.
made to open easy unless
For
your name
kids.
is Mitch.
For
Those
kids.
packs were hard to open.
They are not hard, Mitch. You just got to know what you're doing. That's why they have this, and it's an extra. Otherwise, it'd be sealed flush, right?
Right.
All you have to do, hold it from the top, okay? When you flush like this, hold it like this. All you have to do literally is
Oh my
Oh.
goodness.
See how easy that was, guys? Frank
Done.
could have done that with one hand.
Not like that. They
I'll
were-
open any pack like that. Here you go. It's that simple. You know, can't go wrong. They make them like that for a reason. Let's see what we have here. Oh, we have a gray. No, not bad. We didn't
Not
do so bad actually. We end up
We have a marquee rookie.
with a Dominic Turgeon marquee rookie
All right.
and a gray parallel of
So
she.
I
Shea
will
Perry.
go on and say, of course, Frank and I, he might hate me for this, but
Mhm.
funniest comment. Will you agree? Funniest comment will ship out that marquee rookie too throughout
Yep.
this live stream.
Funniest comment will get the whole pack.
Funniest comment gets the whole pack.
It's the whole pack. See,
All right.
I'll put them. Huh? Yep.
All right. Okay, so we got another question here. Where was it? All right.
Yeah, he throws just as bad as he rips packs.
Oh my goodness. He said, "What players and products in soccer and hockey should we buy going into the fall?" Now, I'm going to answer this. Had he asked MLB, I wouldn't have answered it because that's our next episode, which Mitch is currently slacking on. But that's okay. We still love him. For soccer, honestly, I love Timo Werner. Recently just got transferred over to Chelsea. He's a stud, and I love Jadon Sancho. You can purchase both their cards, their optics specifically, for pretty cheap.
Mhm.
And those are some phenomenal young players. If you want the complete list, just check out our channel, filter it through videos, and it's not too far behind there. The background thumbnail is a white thumbnail. So, least favorite NBA player, Frank. This was asked by Shamrock. Probably going to be Lance Stevenson, but we'll see. I'm kidding.
My
Shamrock.
least favorite
Yes. They asked
of
specifically
all
for
time
you.
or current?
Both. They want both.
Current, by far, Joel Embiid.
Joel Embiid.
Yeah.
Frank, I think you're gonna
Yeah.
upset some people with that comment. That's
yeah,
fine,
yeah.
but I think we owed Joel Embiid an explanation. Why do you hate Joel?
Let's say he was not a gentleman against the Raptors in the semis in the playoffs, and I really lost so much liking for him. I thought he was a great player. I still think. Don't get me wrong, he's an amazing player.
Right.
But is he the amazing player that's my favorite?
I'm sorry. I gotta cut you off because this comment's hilarious. Frank belongs in a wall because he's a stud.
Oh, thank you
That
very
is
much.
great. That's a good comment. Okay. So far, that's the funniest comment. So far,
There you go. You just
as
got
of-
yourself a pack.
No, the stream's not over. But as of right now,
Yeah.
you want a pack, good sir.
Who
With
said
that
that?
being said, we're gonna open up another one.
Okay.
That was Keith.
Thank you,
so-
Keith.
Keith, that was pretty good.
Okay, well, you know what? Since I've opened one and showed you how, why don't you open this one?
Oh my goodness. So Brian Kingsley just said opening a pack with an X-Acto knife is like cleaning your privates with a power washer.
Well put, buddy.
Mitch,
Mitch, think about that, my
Oh.
friend.
think about that one. So
Okay.
we're gonna go from the bottom,
Okay.
right?
It's completely
No.
different, though.
Watch. I'm gonna do it anyway. And I'm still okay. Done.
Done.
Those packs are different than those.
No, they're
first
not. So we got Gabriel Landeskog, Aaron Ekblad. So Aaron Ekblad, a local from Windsor, Essex County.
Windsor boy.
Can't go wrong. We got an all-star, John Klingberg. Got Jonathan Quick. Nice, decent card. Montour, Corey Crawford.
Oh, you have a mini.
We got a mini of
We
Jake
got
Gunsel.
a mini of Jake Gunsel. Nice.
And we got an all-star, Steven Stamkos.
Mhm.
So that's a nice little card there.
That is a nice
A
one.
very, very hot playoff performer.
And one of the most underrated players in the NHL.
Oh, for sure, right?
Yeah,
I mean, he's
I
just
mean,
surrounded by talent.
how do you underrate a player that plays beside Sidney Crosby?
Because he's in. It's almost the same, and a reason why I personally feel Braden Point is currently a good investment. Because look at all the offensive talent on the Lightning, and I feel like sometimes you just get overlooked, right? So
That is true.
that's, I guess, maybe the reasoning for it.
Yeah.
Not like you damage any cards. So I mean, obviously, so far we just gave away 2 packs. Keep
Mhm.
the funny comments rolling in. Absolutely hilarious. I still find it funny that someone called me a fat Luca. Sometimes you just gotta laugh at all the weight that I'm rolling around. But anyway, we'll save these 2 for a bit later. What else did people want to know? There were some good questions in here. Okay, so which player is under the radar that has a chance to spike in value the next year or 2?
And what sport?
Fellow hockey collector. So hockey
Okay. Which player has?
is under the radar
Yep.
that has a good chance of. My internet just kicked out, but I'm pretty sure the stream is still going. Is that correct, Mitch?
Yeah.
All right. So, but yeah, that's what they're wondering. So, a current NHL player who's under the radar that has a good chance to spike up in value within the next year or 2.
Okay. We'll start. I'll
stream.
put in a couple We'll start with the Leafs.
Okay.
I honestly think Mikheyev, it's gonna be a stud.
Yeah.
I mean, he was way on the go before the injury,
Okay.
and I think he'll bounce back with power. And I think he's gonna be very, very, very underrated right now, but he'll go up. When we go back to the entire NHL, believe it or not, there's a player that it's unbelievably underrated. Or there's 2 actually I've mentioned. One of them is Bo Horvat.
Bo Horvat. So there's another guy
Yeah.
who just, and mind you, that OHL is great hockey first and foremost, but the London Knights just have like such a long list of accolades.
The London Knights are
And
the
Bo
Detroit
Horvat.
Red Wings of the OHL, right? Yes, Bo Horvat, I honestly think if you get a chance to pick up a few of his rookies, this kid will light it up and he'll make you happy one day.
For sure.
Another one is Jonathan Drouin.
Not bad.
Very underrated. He did spike up a little bit just
Right.
because of what he did, but then it get back down. But I think he'll bounce back.
Okay. Another question. So I'm not sure how much you follow college football, but if not, I'd be more than happy to give my 2 cents on it.
Go for it.
What do you think of investing in Tua?
And who? Sorry,
In Tua. So Tua Tagovailoa.
I've heard of him. Don't know much about him, to
Okay.
be honest. Yeah, so I'll let you go with that.
Personally, I watch a lot of college football. Mitch can attest to it. My wife certainly can attest to it. It's my life, and I've watched Tua very closely. And from the moment when he replaced Jalen Hurts and won a national championship, here's the thing: anytime that you can win QB1 and go on for that competition, you're a great quarterback. I just don't think, and I'm going to get so much hate for this, Frank, but I don't think he's as NFL ready as other quarterbacks within that draft. I think you're better off to put your money into Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert, Jake Fromm, even.
That's a guy I've heard of for sure.
Right. So to me, I just don't think a left-handed quarterback throwing ball doesn't work out. Everything that goes to Miami dies. I mean, other than that perfect season, but I mean, over the last 20 years, I don't know. Like, for what his prices are currently going for, I'm going to say stay away. I just feel like there's so many other better investments, and I know running backs aren't a great investment, typically speaking, but I feel like Jonathan Taylor is going to be another great stud. So we'll see what happens with that. But to answer that, Tua, I'm staying away from him in fantasy. I'm staying away from him.
I'm going to say something about one of your comments that you made. Everything that goes to Miami dies.
For the Dolphins.
Well, I'm going to say not dies, but doesn't shine. Look at Tannehill.
Okay, but he's not there anymore.
But he's doing today on his age 10 times better than he did with the Dolphins.
Of course. Yeah, I mean,
yeah. So basically,
I get what you're saying, and I mean, even Jarvis Landry, who was there,
another good one,
is still a stud wide receiver. So I hope I didn't offend anyone too much with that. And let me be the first to say that's not because I'm a Buckeye fan and the whole Crimson Tide thing. We did an episode about a month ago. I have Nick Saban's autograph. I'm a huge Alabama Crimson Tide fan. Like, I think what they do is great. I just think investment wise, Tua, not the greatest investment, and maybe a little like pump the brakes on him. Okay, call me in week 3, call me in week 4, pending his season, and we'll see where he's at. Let's see. Someone asked about Anthony Mantha. I believe it was Anthony Mantha. His cards are pretty cheap right now.
Oh, well, I mean, he is not underrated. He's just overlooked. Anthony Mantha's cards are not cheap. I mean, yes, they are relatively inexpensive, but not cheap.
Right.
Like cheap is when you can pick up a star or a star to be rookie card for the price of a common, right?
Yeah.
And Anthony Mantha is not that guy. Yes, Anthony Mantha's cards, believe it or not, started rising up in the last 3 months because everybody's like, what happens? What's going to happen to Mantha when he's beside Lafreniere? Well, it's not going to work anymore.
No,
Right?
it won't. And
I have a
that's
guy.
a story for another day, right?
So, I had a guy come and buy almost every Red Wing rookie card. And then he's like, because once Lafreniere plays, all of these cards will go off.
Quickly, though, I do want to mention, because I saw your video with Mitch, and the one thing that I feel like you guys didn't touch on that I wanted to touch on, I firmly believe, yes, there's tanking and it's going to happen, but for only to have 18% chance, I feel like if you finish dead last, you should at least have 50%. And maybe for a lot of people that's high, but I feel like you have a 50-50 chance at getting it. 18%, in my opinion, is too low. And another thing that I want to say, they screwed up. Why even give the option to allow? What was it? Was it a 6% chance or whatever?
Less than 6%.
Less than 6% chance for a playoff team to get him. But why include that option to begin with?
Okay,
everything that's happened in 2020 is berserk.
I'll tackle everything you've said. Is 18% low? Absolutely, very low.
Yeah.
Is 50% high? Very high. Yes. If you make it 50%, you're just going to encourage tanking even further.
Right, but what
Okay.
I'm saying is, even 50%, you're not guaranteed. It's only half.
You're not guaranteed, but I mean, think about it.
Can we at least settle on like 30%?
I would say 25%, 25 to 30%, somewhere in there, right? You have third, if you end
Right.
up with a third,
But if you
chance-
finish last 4 times in a row,
Mhm.
under these circumstances, you may still very well never get the first overall pick.
Absolutely, and rightfully so, because if you
I don't
finish
know.
last 4 times in a row, you're doing something wrong.
Robert McAvoy says should be at least 40%. So he kind of agrees with that. Lowell says face because he's a Leafs fan. I mean, a Wings fan.
Yep.
Pardon me. Here's a good question: do you think PSA 9s are going to gain traction in popularity?
They're not going to gain. I mean, I don't understand what's wrong with PSA 9s. A lot of people, it's only PSA 9.
Right.
Guys, PSA 9 is a mint card. There is absolutely nothing wrong with PSA 9. Give me every card I own. If it comes up to a PSA 9, I'm happy. No complaints here. Right? So is it gonna gain more? Yes. When people start appreciating that PSA 9 is a mint card, yes, it will rise up. It will be worth what it's normally worth.
Right.
Yes, the difference will be huge between 9 and a 10, but any card that will go into my PC as a PSA 9, I am happy. I'm no complaints.
Now, do you think that's more of, I don't even want to say a marketing thing, but more of, let's say, a psychological thing? I mean, for BGS, right, it seems like 9.5 is the standard, right? Obviously, there's a few 10s hanging out there, and you can probably count them on one hand how many black labels, so to speak.
Yep.
But the fact that it's a 9 and a 10, like, do you think PSA would be, obviously they would benefit from 0.5, but why do you think that is, that people often stay away from 9s, at least within the modern day cards? That's what I'm hearing, and that's what I'm seeing personally, is that people want the 10s.
They do. And believe it or not, it's not a big difference between a 9 and a 10. I mean, if you got PSA does not do half points. They do half points until they get to 8 or 9. Okay, there is no 9.5. So your 9 could have been a 9.5 if there was a half a point. But because they just cannot do you the favor and push it up to 10, they go to a 9.
Yeah.
So compare it to BGS. BGS, like you said, it's near impossible to get 10s.
Yep.
but 9.5s will do, right?
Yeah, for sure.
If you grade a card, a BGS, and you got a 9.5, I don't see anybody complaining, right? Then why would anybody have a problem with a 9, with a PSA 9?
I'm wondering the same thing.
Mhm.
And again, just reading off these comments.
Yeah.
Somebody is now wondering thoughts on SGC, which seems to slowly but surely be making a pretty strong. I won't even say comeback, but making some pretty strong leaps and bounds. Personally, I feel like that's just because through Corona and the shutdown of BGS and PSA, people just got so bored and so their patience was no longer existent, and they just wanted their cards. So
True.
what are your thoughts on that?
What my thought, SGC, I'm going to tell you the likes and dislikes.
Yep.
The likes is the way an SGC card looks. It looks good. You know, the slab, it's close to PSA. I like SGC grading with vintage. I do not like it with modern.
Okay.
I love the old style of SGC up to 100. I really don't like the to 10 grading. That's the newest style that they have until they grade till 10. Why did they change it? I have no idea. Is it my choice? Absolutely not. Not there's anything against it. It's just I would say it does have its own fan and loyal graders, but yeah, they. The one thing I don't agree with is you had a thing going for years and years that when you grade a 96 and a 98 are great scores, and now you're getting 9s and 9.5s. It's just confusing, and I don't agree with it. I think they should stay where they were.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that one. Let's see what else we got. So one last question before we get to more packs, and then we'll head it out again. Any underrated rookies from 2017 to 2019 MLB wise? I'll start like. So I guess they're talking about rookie cards from 17 to 19. Rafael Devers is still very, very, very underrated.
You just stole my pick.
Right. So I have no idea why he hasn't quite. Maybe the fact that the Red Sox and Alex Cora were kind of linked as well to the whole cheating scandal. Don't even get me started on that. Maybe that's why his cards haven't quite gotten there. Eloy Jimenez is another very, very underrated card.
But not really underrated.
Let me explain why. The Chicago Black Sox, as we'll call them, simulated there. Chicago White Sox.
I was gonna say, what are you talking about?
Well, it's not a different sport. They were the Black Sox for Shoeless Joe. Anyway, the White Sox are a young up-and-coming team. They have the pitching talent to get it done. Michael Kopech is going to be a stud. You got who would that be? Yohan Moncada. You got a few years left in Abreu. You just got I'm drawing a blank here. Luis Roberts. So they have so much talent, and I feel like Luis Robert, for whatever reason, prospect Bowman Chrome first cards are through the roof. So it's almost like stay away from him, but who's going to be another shining star? And in my opinion, you can get his cards so cheap right now.
Yep.
Like I'm talking $40 Canadian, basically all day PSA 10s for Eloy. So
I mean, he does have some big guy.
That's why I'm saying. That's why I said him.
I recently got lucky and I got a top sapphire autograph of the rookie of Eloy.
And you pulled it?
No, I traded for it.
Even better. Even better.
Is he super underrated? No. Devers, it's right away when that said, two names came to mind. Devers is one, Mookie Betts is the other.
Mookie, you still think Mookie? I actually think
absolutely.
I actually think honestly, Mookie is right where he belongs. And I'm not buying all into the Mookie Betts hype. He's still a phenomenal player.
Yeah,
top 5.
Yeah, but
I feel like his card prices are very well priced for where he should be. Another one, and this isn't going to fit the 2017 thing. Cody Bellinger.
Oh my God,
Cody Bellinger.
Cody Bellinger did spike and spike big recently. I mean, his updates, you could have picked up a PSA 10
like $75
short print for like $60.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Today, one of my customers just had the pointed up short print that he bought for $280 and recently sold it for over $2,000. So yes, he is right now getting some love.
Yeah,
he was very underrated, not anymore. Not like some other guys we can think of that for no reason. I'm like, okay, I'll buy those. Like for no reason, they're just staying low. You know. But again, everybody's on the Luis Robert and the Jason Dominguez hype. Which show me.
Dominguez even gets to play in
It's
such a
exactly.
stacked lineup,
Right?
Right. So
Is he good? Yes. Is he great? Yes. Is he phenomenal? Yes. Is he God? No.
yeah, right. And
I haven't seen anything.
exactly, it's the same thing. And I'll be the first to say, I am a huge believer in Wander Franco. I've done my research because what else am I going to do at 4 a.m.? But what has he done? Has he even played AAA? No, he hasn't. So it's like, I don't know. That for a prospect, at the end of the day, it's like, would I pay Dominguez or even Wander Franco prices right now, like the same type of prices, to have a Mike Trout? And I'm not saying that either of them are going to be a Trout. No. I'm not saying either of them are going to be a Mookie Betts or whoever it is. But
well, maybe Mike Trout is a long shot, but let's go with somebody closer in age and in talent to them. Would you rather right now pay the money that people are paying for a Dominguez, or just go out for the same money and get a nice Acuna?
Exactly. 100%.
For the same money. Right. Literally for the same money.
And for the record, this is why when Mitch and I make the videos, why we specifically pick out players who are a year, 2 or 3 into the league, right? Because they're young, they're proven, and they still have so many years to collect the accolades, so many years to win championships, and in the whole 9 yards. So that's why we go for that. It just makes the most sense, I guess.
But another thing for somebody that wanted, I mean, it's not 17 to 19, it's 17 to today.
Right.
Don't get deceived by the hat. It's just a hat. I'm not a Tigers fan. I'm a Blue Jays diehard fan.
Cardinals fan. So okay. I hear you.
But from what I've seen and from what I've been reading and watching.
1 second. I'm going to write down his name because I know who you're talking about. Is it this guy?
Well, he's one of them.
Okay, so he's one of them.
He's one of them.
The name I wrote down was Rowdy Tellez.
Tellez. Actually, I don't know if I did tell you that I do collect him heavily.
Okay, so
yeah, Rowdy
actually,
Tellez.
let's plug that for you.
So underrated. Oh my! Why am I telling them this?
You're not.
No, I'm going to be overpaying.
You're not. We're not going to say anything. And for the people who just heard that,
yeah.
They're good. So if you guys heard that,
there's more people joining the live stream.
More people are joining the live stream.
Almost 40 people.
Like I'm picking up his Sapphire autograph rookies for $20.
Jeez.
This is a card that if he becomes twice as good as he is today, which is very, very doable for him, this could be a $600-700 card.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Okay.
I got 2 extremely underrated rookies, and everyone who follows our Facebook page at Red Cape Sports knows exactly who I'm talking about. Number 1, Austin Meadows. Probably should have won Rookie of the Year. Definitely got gypped from that. That's a whole story. But if you're talking about a guy on a young up-and-coming team for... I
don't know why. I do hear it.
He's a stud.
A lot of people say it. I have never jumped on the Austin Meadows train.
Not yet.
No, I don't think it'll happen.
It will happen.
But if you're looking for an upcoming kid that, in my personal opinion, is going to be a beast, the number 1 overall this year, Torkelson.
Oh,
he is going to be a beast.
He's a stud.
Right.
I just wish that they would bring in the wall. They spoke about doing that at Comerica so often, and they actually did it out in left field because you can see where the bullpen is. But
how many times are you going to bring in a wall? They already did it twice.
Well, the Tigers need some extra help.
Then go get some extra good hitters.
I know. But you're absolutely right. Torkelson is an
yes, you're going to bring in the wall, but what are you going to do when you play the Blue Jays? Right. They don't need you to bring the wall. The wall is fine for them.
Vladdy's going to put a hole in the jumbotron.
Vladdy, Biggio, they don't need you to bring in the wall.
Last one, Kevin Biggio, probably the greatest. One of the greatest biased right now.
Yeah.
There you go. Actually, I'll just say it. I just picked up a Kevin Biggio PSA 10.
You want me to open that?
Around $40.
Do you want to open that?
No.
Okay. Well, we're gonna show you right now how to not to open a pack Mitch style.
I got scissors over there.
You don't need scissors because you probably opened it from this side. That's why you needed scissors. Now, what's wrong?
I tried both.
If you do this and it becomes just as easy as that. Lift
I'm getting triggered so hard. Right
and pull. There you go. It's open. Look at that, everybody.
now.
So for those wondering, this is Fat Pack 2018-2019.
Let's look for that Luca.
If there's a Luca, I might scream.
Now it's funny that nobody's asked me who's your favorite all-time basketball player, and it just happened to be the first card.
Charles Barkley.
Charles Barkley.
Is that because of his golfing skills?
No, because I was a Phoenix Suns fan growing up.
Steve Nash.
Yeah. Steve Nash.
Who
Hey,
else
Frank,
do we
tell
have?
people about your store. I'm not
Gallardi.
making. Where's it located?
Yes, Vladdy's rookie. Pardon me. We just have someone who asked the same question
Mhm.
14 times. So, is Vladdy Guerrero a good investment right now? I'm going to
It's
go
a
with yes.
huge
I'm going to go with
investment.
yes.
Huge investment.
Okay.
Okay, we have our first rookie, Jerome Robinson,
Hey, we'll take that.
DeAndre Ayton,
That's not bad at all. And Phoenix Suns.
and a Phoenix Suns. Let's see. I'd love to see a Luca right now.
Okay, so we got. No!
What is it?
I have no idea who that is, but that's a nice pull. I've never heard of that guy in my life, but
Yeah.
that's a nice pull.
We actually got an autograph.
Yep.
Yep.
Who is that?
Theo Pinson.
Theo Pinson.
Give me a pack of bubble gum and it's yours. Just
Mhm.
kidding. We're not going to sell it that cheap. But
And let's see, who are we going to give this to?
well,
I'll take it.
I think I know exactly who this is going to because I want to read you this comment.
Yeah.
Also, you guys gain bonus points for bashing Mitch. Here's the comment. Post a video of Mitch putting a National Treasures card in a semi-rigid.
You just won yourself a Theo Pinson autograph. Whoever that,
Congrats.
congrats to
That was Robert McAvoy.
Robert McAvoy. You just got yourself an autograph.
I'm not sure if you
Theo
saw the
Pinson.
video of
I
mentioning
dunked on
semi-rigids.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, I felt bad.
Oh boy. What else we got?
We
That's
got,
nice.
let's see. Who's this? Jeremy Lin?
Hey, NBA champion Jeremy Lin, might I add.
That's
What
true,
happened to
too.
that guy?
He was with the
Here
Raptors.
is the most overrated player in Canadian basketball
Andrew
history,
Wiggins.
Andrew Wiggins.
Yep. Robert
Well.
said, "LOL, should I send it in for grading?"
Yeah, if you have $25 you don't know what to do with.
I would go with
Mhm.
just quickly inspecting it. I say no, but top left corner.
Let me see.
Top left corner. Frank's got the best eye in the city, so he'll let you.
Yeah, but I don't have my tools.
No, he doesn't have his tools though. Okay.
We got tools here.
I'm gonna go with Bird. I know you'll probably never hear this again, but I'm gonna say no. Yeah.
It's still a beautiful card.
Yeah.
And we just pulled it from the pack and sometimes. Also, Brandon is asking that you kindly put some respect on Wiggins' name, good sir.
Okay, I apologize. Good old Canadian kid, but before he was
Overrated.
drafted, not after, before, I'm looking at all these comments and I'm like, really? That's who you're gonna hype?
No,
You never had it.
His college career wasn't that good at Kansas. I'm sorry,
Right?
it wasn't.
It was never
It
that
really
good
wasn't
anyway,
that good.
right?
So,
But again, it was a year where he was the best.
here's another comment.
Mhm.
Frank has a better eye than all the NFL referees. Probably.
Thank you very much. I don't need to thank you for that. That's a fact,
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
right? Being a Green Bay fan, that's a fact.
Right. Speaking of Canadian basketball players, is RJ Barrett a good buy right now?
RJ Barrett is no, it's a horrible buy right now.
Why?
Please don't buy RJ Barrett
Why is that?
because I want to buy them all.
I was just gonna say you just told me to buy RJ Barrett.
Well, you don't have to tell everybody. RJ Barrett right now, I'm gonna say, is the most underrated rookie card in the last 10 years.
Well,
Oh, that's
Not the last
that-
year, in the
okay,
last 10 years.
we gotta update the name of
There's
this.
there's gonna be a clip. We'll grab clip.
Yeah, we'll grab
Okay.
some clips in
Not-
case for those. who
And
missed
I
it.
stand by my word. Not the last year, not the last two, not in the next draft. It is the most underrated in the short time that the NBA kicked in while he was on the Knicks. I'm gonna say There has not been an underrated rookie card like RJ Barrett is.
Wow.
Explain to me why is a John Moran Prism rookie sells for $50, $60, $100 when Prism RJ Barrett, which in my opinion, 2 to 3 times better than John Moran, sells for $15.
Yeah.
You know why? Because I'll gladly hope that you keep thinking that way until I pick up 1,000 of them. And if you have them, I'll gladly buy them on market value. And no, I'm not going to buy them for less because I got to make money. I'll buy them from you for market value. How about that? Way underrated. Yeah.
All right.
Not because he's Canadian, by the way. You just saw me saying Andrew Wiggins is overrated. Not because RJ is Canadian, but he is underrated. Massively underrated.
That's the same thing too. I know it's kind of funny. We had an episode with Jeff from Sports Card Investor, and he was kind of poking fun at me, saying like, "Oh, like obviously he was just joking, but he was basically saying, oh, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, is that just because he's Canadian?" Well, no, it's not because he's Canadian. It's because he's a stud. That's like saying, oh, Sidney Crosby, is that just because he's Canadian?
Yeah.
No.
Or Connor McDavid.
Everyone in the NHL is Canadian. Well, not everyone, but
right.
Here we go. Should we let Mitch open this? Because this is like a good pack.
Mitch, you know what? I want to see what everybody saw.
Yeah, come on, Mitch.
I've had a bad day and I really want a good laugh. And I really want a good laugh.
Mitch is going to open this. Guys, this is a 2018. Wait, better yet, and I want you to pronounce every name because you're awful. You are terrible.
All right, we got this.
Okay.
He just ripped.
Already started on the wrong side.
Oh,
Look at that!
oh!
First try. Mitch, you look like Joe Burrow.
Yeah, but I can't throw a football.
Yeah,
You better know how to pronounce these.
Corey Davy, Aaron Rodgers.
There you go.
That's a base.
He's
Mitch,
a very
don't get
good
too
player.
excited.
He's said some interesting comments. Andy Dalton.
No, you have to read
He's
every
no
name.
good. This guy's no good. You can tell. Look.
That's Alshon Jeffrey.
All right. Andy Dalton. Is he good?
Josh.
Oh, Peyton. No, not Peyton Manning. Marlon Mack.
I wanna see,
Antonio Brown.
Who did you think it was Peyton Manning?
No. I just saw because of the Colts. He played for the Colts.
All right,
Antonio Brown. Sean Lee.
Sean Lee's a stud.
Odell Beckham Jr.
Okay.
Where's Zion? We're gonna get a Zion. Oh,
Oh, that's a
Tom
nice
Brady.
insert.
Oh,
Team quads.
Team quads.
oh
That's a good insert.
man.
Team
If
quads.
this was an
Pats.
SP Authentic, I would have sold it.
What do we got there?
We got a Matt Ryan.
MVP.
Who are we
Matt
looking
Ryan.
for?
Hey, Saquon.
Here's the rookie. Who's this?
Rookie of the year. I got a Quan Smith.
He's a
Traquan
rookie.
Smith.
Yep.
That's not bad.
Pretty good.
That's not
Green
bad.
parallel.
Okay.
Earl Thomas the third.
Yep. Case Keenum, who I believe should have had a shot, but never got it. Joey Bosa, I'll take that one.
No, I want that one.
The Ohio State.
Matthew Stafford.
Oh, I'll take that one too.
Nope.
Matt Stafford's a stud.
Oh, he must be good. His
Wait.
name's Mitchell.
Trubisky.
Trubisky, he's very good.
I have a question
Edelman.
for our audience in a second.
All right.
I
I want
question.
hockey cards.
I have a
Stop.
question. Believe it or not, okay, I'm a big Buckeye fan. Buckeyes don't lose many football games. But on the flip side of that, my NFL team, we don't win often. That's the Detroit Lions. But I believe, honestly, you could make a case that Matt Stafford is a top 10 quarterback. You can make a case for it.
No.
Absolutely. You can make a case for it.
I disagree with
Red
you.
Cape Sports, you got my back. Drop it down below. I want to hear Matt Stafford is a top 10 quarterback.
You're gonna
because
want to
he
hear this
is.
from me though.
is.
I'm gonna strongly disagree with you
Wow.
because I don't think Stafford is a top 10 quarterback. I honestly believe Stafford is a top 5 quarterback.
Frank.
Whoever gets a better card wins.
Oh, we got more packs.
Okay, I think Stafford is a waste in the Lions. A waste. A complete bomb of an arm.
Yeah.
Great quarterback.
Yeah.
Sees the field. He's got the hands,
He can throw from every angle.
but so unlucky
Yeah.
because any other team would have gotten him a championship.
No other quarterback has to play from such a deficit all the time
Absolutely.
because he has zero running
And
game.
the kid can take a hit.
Oh, do you remember that game where he broke his rib and
Yep.
he was mic'd up against
Yep.
the Cleveland Browns?
Yep.
Okay, when you talk about hashtag Monday motivation, throw on that clip. Oh my
Mhm.
goodness. Matt Stafford is a beast. Someone
Yeah.
just said he's not even top 20 fantasy quarterback. Well, no, we're not talking about
We're not talking about the
pure
fantasy.
pure player, right?
We're talking about pure player talent here.
Yeah.
Because I'm sorry, I know there's 30 teams in the NFL, and the Lions are not even in the top 32. So
Yeah. Actually, based on the comments, a lot of people tend to agree. So,
Yep.
Cool. Somebody said he's top 30. Well, obviously he's. Come on, man! Don't even joke like that.
Yeah.
That's not even fun. All right, we got what is this? 1990. Is this 1990?
yep.
Yeah, this is 1990 NBA hoops.
And by the way,
Searching for Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan. And just so you know, everybody thinks, oh, it's 90s garbage. Do you know that
Look
a
how easy that
Michael
was.
Jordan from this Black Label recently sold for $18,000 US?
Frank, I got 80 of them here.
It's child's play.
It's and BGS Black Label sells for thousands of dollars.
Got a Stacey Ting.
So we going best card?
Yeah.
Okay.
Best card.
All right.
I got Bob Thornton.
Oh, I'm gonna beat you all. Give me a second.
Smith.
We're usually playing Frank.
No, I'm not gonna beat you based on talent. I'm gonna beat you based on name drop. Based on name drop. Guys, wait till you see what card I just pulled. Unbelievable. No, even better.
Who is it?
Sam Bowie. Sam Bowie. So for those of you who don't know,
No, I think I beat you because I got a Chicago Bulls legend.
because Michael Jordan, Chicago Bulls legend. Let's see,
The guy
Steve
that
Kerr.
no, the guy that orchestrated the whole thing.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, Phil.
Bill Jackson.
Yeah,
That's a
Phil.
good card.
Okay.
That's it. I think I win.
How's the centering?
Oh, so Robert McAvoy, who also won that autograph, I believe, said number 1 pick Greg Oden. I just got to show it because we always have it readily available. Mitch makes fun of me because I'm a Buckeye fan, but at the time you cannot disagree. Greg Oden was the correct pick. No, Greg Oden was the correct pick. He really was. He bullied everyone,
You know who is
and then his knee gave
Zion.
out. Zion, his middle name, I believe, is Greg. I
Is it?
truly believe
I've
it
never
is.
looked that up actually.
Wait,
you know?
what?
It should be at least.
Oh, that was horrible. That was I was gonna say, wow. I'm actually impressed with Bird, but forget about that. Delete that.
Shout out to Douglas Heffernan. You're the man. He just sent me a video watching us. So shout out to you, Douglas, and congratulations on your 1-year wedding anniversary, which I believe was a week ago today. Or
His rap song.
yes. And actually, I'm gonna plug you, Douglas. Check out Buggy. BUGGIE. Beast Mode is dropping sometime soon, I believe, too. So obviously, this is a sports card channel, but this was a longtime buddy of mine from grade school. We got into a lot of trouble together. And anyway,
What's his name?
Douglas Heffernan, but we call him Buggy. He's a young, up-and-coming rapper. He's
I
a
am
stud.
so
Check him
sorry,
out.
Doug.
So check him out.
That this is what you had for a friend growing up.
Oh
I'm
my
so
goodness!
sorry.
Oh my goodness! All right, so I think he's still watching. We'll see. David Robinson rookie card in there too.
Yep,
We didn't pull one. I
think
pulled
I
one
did.
previously, but
Well, maybe not a rookie card, but I pulled a David Robinson.
so
There.
yeah, actually we do have
Well, the
a David
checklist.
Robinson. All right, so we got. I'll go like another 15, 20 minutes, just because I actually have my live fantasy baseball draft, which requires a lot of concentration. So I can't be doing live drafts. Or maybe Frank will remain on, and I'll just do the draft in the background as well.
Well, yeah, you can. I mean, you don't have to be there the whole time.
Yeah. So I just might not talk as much, and actually I can keep them updated on who I drafted and everything. So I'm gonna win. So last year. I took home first place. True story. Okay. So I worked at a call center for ESPN.
Mhm.
It was cool. My job was to play fantasy baseball all day and answer fantasy baseball questions. one of the coolest jobs I ever had. And then, stupid of myself, I took a promotion to ESPN Plus. So whatever. But I was still in the fantasy league,
Mhm.
and I took home first place. I kid you not. They had a trophy this high, massive thing, and a prize. But I was no longer working for ESPN, so I didn't get the trophy. The guy who came in second.
Oh my
left.
God.
The guy who came in second left. So the guy who came in third got the trophy. Are you kidding me?
That's bad.
Like, are you kidding me, ESPN?
That's worse
Let's
luck
get
than
real.
Matthew Stafford.
So anyway, I got the draft with the same guy this year. So he just sent a message too. So shout out to Jesse Marchand if he's watching as well. Great guy. Just I'm gonna beat him again in fantasy, and that's gonna be great because he made me a trade halfway through the year, and he's like, oh well, it benefits me. Well, let me tell you, that's the if he wouldn't have made that trade, I want to beat him. There's no way because I picked up the right arms. I picked up the right. Everything just worked out that way. So,
Well,
fantasy baseball.
sometimes, honestly, see, that's why I like about fantasy baseball because you could go and input, finish in the draft. You look at your team and you're like, how did I do so bad? And you end up winning it all.
Yeah.
You don't know who's going to pop up.
So, actually, speaking of that, I will say this, and again, it is a different sport. NFL, don't draft a quarterback. And I know this sounds ridiculous, but here's the thing. The difference between quarterbacks, slim to none in terms of points-wise, right? And even if you're in a 12-team league, and if everyone drafts 2, you still have a handful of quarterback starters left over, okay? So you don't necessarily got to worry about that. I once won a fantasy league with Matt Schaub as my starting quarterback.
Okay.
Because I loaded up on running backs. I loaded up on wide receivers. And because I'm telling you, Frank, the difference between the top running backs, like slim to
Yeah, but
none.
your statement is good, but it's only valid after Mahomes is gone. I agree with as soon as Mahomes goes, that statement is perfect.
Okay.
Because Mahomes could easily outscore any running back.
Now, do you agree with me? We recently did a video on if you could pick up either Patrick Mahomes or Lamar Jackson. I said I would rather have the 3 Lamar Jackson cards because there's that big of a price difference. Personally, I would.
You're talking about potential or you're talking about the value?
They're Prism cards in terms of value. You can buy 3 Lamar Jacksons
For the price of a Mahomes.
Of 1 Mahomes.
Absolutely.
And that's the way that I look at it. Is he 3 times better than Lamar Jackson?
No, he's not. He's just winning a Super Bowl helps. So I recently, it's funny that in the last shipment that we had in Graydon, one of a guy that sent in a Lamar Jackson and a Mahomes Prism refractors, both, and we got them. I told them these should be sent. Both came back 9.5s. I sold them on day 1. And yes, the price is 4 times.
People want them, right?
Yeah. Mahomes was sold for $2,000.
Yeah.
And Jackson was sold for $375.
Wow. So we got some questions here. Let's see. Who's your sleeper picks, Frank? Who's your sleeper picks? That's the question. I'm not sure. Let's just go with baseball again, just because baseball's so relevant. So if people have a fantasy baseball draft, such as me coming up, who should people be drafting?
Tell us.
All right, Rowdy Tellez.
Don't drop him in the 1st or 2nd round. You could easily get him in the 4th or 5th.
Maybe,
but he's
later.
Very capable of producing points of a 1st rounder.
No, for sure.
Right?
I agree with that.
Yep.
Let's see. It's just Wi-Fi. Mitch is sucking up all the Wi-Fi here. Unbelievable. So yeah, also guys, in the comments, 8:32 p.m. Buggy Bars commented. Check out his YouTube channel. Again, that's Buggy. So shout out to him if you guys want to check out his music. Good stuff. The lyrics are just incredible. So what else do we got here? Let's got some questions. Frank, Stanley Cup champion. Obviously, it's early, but that was one of the questions.
This year?
This year, Stanley Cup, who do you got? We could even go round by round.
I hope it's the Leafs if they make it past the 1st round.
I think we all hope.
But if they don't make it past the 1st round, then I'm okay with it. But honestly, if I have to be realistic and pick the Stanley Cup champion, then you guys are going to be surprised with this pick.
There's your man, Charles Barkley. Who's the pick?
Edmonton Oilers.
I don't buy it.
Hope so.
For the first time in about 5-6 years, they have a complete team.
Draisaitl.
Sean Kemp, rookie.
Decent
Nice one.
goalie, great forwards. Defense is weak, but then again, if you're scoring, if you score more, it's okay to allow 6 goals if you got the team to score 7.
Yeah.
Right. So
I mean, you don't want that to happen, but absolutely,
Of course, I don't.
it's the same thing in baseball, right? A few years ago, the Blue Jays were just putting up crazy amount of offensive statistics.
Oh, I just got
Look at the call.
Dr.
Colorado.
Doodle.
There you go.
Doesn't he look like Eddie Murphy and Dr.
He really does. He really does.
Let's see.
Let's see.
Jeff Martin, rookie. Kiki Vanderweege. That's a great name.
While you do that, Frank, who's your sleeper picks in the NBA?
For a player?
Yep. Just the questions.
Well, yeah, if I answer that, you're going to think I'm biased.
Matisse.
And
Who is it? People want to know.
why? Okay, no. My sleeper pick, it's actually RJ Barrett.
All right.
Right?
I wouldn't necessarily call him a sleeper. So, like, is there anyone else though?
Of course he's a sleeper because nobody thinks he's as good as he is. Anybody else that's out of nowhere, I'm going to say DeAndre Ayton.
See, like that to me is more of a sleeper because we don't hear about DeAndre
Right.
Ayton
Yeah.
at all. I still feel like Devin Booker is still a great buy. Even Devin Booker is a guy
Yes.
capable of consistently putting up like 27,
Yes.
28 points.
And Bobo.
Bull is
Recently, I watched
This
that
is-
video, man. I am convinced. I am convinced. Bobo, if he does on the game what he was doing in that video,
Yeah.
how are you gonna stop him? He's a 3-point
What is he?
machine.
7'4",
Oh my God, no, wrong. Oh,
7'7"
he's
even.
almost 8.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
he's tall.
I'm pretty sure
a
when he
pencil,
shoots,
but
he
tall.
shoots downwards.
Here's a Hall of Famer, John Stockton.
That's a nice card. Nice Patrick Ewing. Gary Payton. This is actually a really nice card. This lottery pick. Gary Payton. I'm a big fan of
you'll
Gary
be.
Payton. So actually, we got what they call Thunder and Lightning.
There you go. Do not grade those, everyone.
I'm not even going to show that anymore. We had Thunder and Lightning with
Jeff Martin,
Payton.
rookie.
Let's see. Blue Edwards, Mike Brown, Dunleavy.
Kim Olajuwon.
No, I got one in the first pack.
Kobe White. Thoughts on Kobe White? Is what they want to know. Kobe White.
Kobe White.
Trash.
Are you serious?
I don't think Kobe White's nearly as good as both you and Mitch.
Okay,
seem to
Kobe
think.
White's story today is exactly like Zion's story. He has
Oh, he's
lost a
okay.
lot of no story. He's lost a lot of weight and he gained a lot of muscle.
Did he? Recently?
Yep.
Interesting.
They just showed a couple pictures of him and he looks amazing.
Yeah, I looked it up.
Is he, believe it or not, he will be a rookie of the year contender. He's not going to win it, but it'll be up there. Right? So, yep, Kobe is one of my favorite rookies this year. I know I told Mitch about it a while back,
I
and
like it.
Mitch will come there and he's
Well, I
like, "Do you have
knew
any
who he-
Kobe White rookies?"
But I knew who he was,
Yeah.
right? And again, I follow college because I tried to get on the hype train before there's even hype. And he was great at UNC. He honestly really was. I just
No,
he doesn't impress
they
me
keep
much.
asking us
Personally.
who is the sleeper or your pick, whatever. How come nobody asked who is the overhyped?
Overhyped. Well, they don't need to ask it. I'm asking it. Who's the most overhyped? Well, let's go with player and then overhyped card. Because at the end of the day, this is a card show.
Okay.
So any sport, like anyone come to mind for overhyped?
Yes. Tyler Harrell.
Really?
Yeah.
That I'm not even mad that you said that. I'm more like disappointed because I'm a fan of Tyler Hero.
Mhm.
I like his game, but again, maybe I'm a bit biased to Kentucky Wildcats. I just feel like
Yeah, I don't
the
think
whole
he's
system.
got what everybody says he has. I think he's overhyped. He's
That's fair.
nothing.
That's fair.
And
I feel like Paul George. Paul George to me is very overhyped.
overhyped. What?
I
thought I
honestly
thought we were
believe
talking
so.
about this year, though, right? Because in my opinion, Damian Lillard is one of the most overhyped players.
No,
Absolutely.
no.
What has he done
Game
before
time.
last year?
Dame time. Dame time. It's the same situation that we were talking about great players being stuck in trash markets such as Matt said.
Another overhyped guy is Steph Curry. Start selling his stuff, guys. I'll be ready to buy.
Guys!
Just kidding.
Frank, you had such a great stream.
Just
until-
kidding. He is one of my favorites. He is.
You better be kidding, Frank.
Yeah,
Oh my
yes, I'm
goodness.
kidding.
Oh
Yes.
my
That's
goodness.
what I said. Start
Now everyone
selling
gets
because
to
I'll
see
be
my
buying.
bad haircut. Oh my goodness.
Yep.
Oh.
But
not
okay,
just there.
do you know who is the next rookie card to shoot up big
That you believe will shoot up big?
very, very shortly?
Which sport? Let's see.
Basketball.
Basketball?
And no, not a new rookie. That in basketball in general.
Colin Sexton.
Nope.
I love Colin
Matisse
Sexton.
Thybulle.
Let's try Vince
He's a
Carter.
legend. Matisse.
Vince
Vince?
Carter.
Vince Carter. We did mention him not too long ago. Yeah.
Vince Carter.
Buy him, guys. He is not as cheap as he was, but he's still cheap.
Yeah, of course. Not too long ago, and I mean, Shaq's cards have gone up, but at one point they were pretty cheap.
Mhm.
Shaq's cards, and like when you look at Shaq's resume, even off the court, like who he is as a person, his rap career, his Phil's music career. I believe at one point he wanted to be a judge. Even Shaq is
He's a cop.
and a cop, right?
Mhm.
So Shaq, like, what hasn't he done? And he and Sir Charles, as they call Barkley.
And it's funny
He's
that
just like a
you know what
phenomenon.
people say about Chalk's rookies? Overproduced. Well, guess what? Michael Jordan rookies are overproduced too.
Again,
All right,
I-
give me one.
when I made a video right about
Mhm.
Topps Project
Michael
2020,
Mhm.
at the time everyone was saying, "Oh, these cards are so overprinted." But do you know how many PSA Lucas 10s there are of his Prism? Like
At
15,000.
15,000 for 13 to 15,000.
You're right.
Yeah.
Just 10s.
Yeah.
So get out of here with this because people still want that. I don't look at pop reports all that much, to be
Yeah,
honest
well, you
with
see,
you.
you got 15,000
They're in
that exist, but you got 2.5 million people that want one.
exactly more,
So how is that
but
overproduced?
more in
Yeah.
America alone.
Yeah.
There's 400 million people.
No, let's
Okay.
let's open it back, but let's involve them. Let's got us some. Oh, of course he picks the right back.
All right, SGA
Magic
or
Johnson.
Donovan Mitchell.
Charles Barkley.
Vince Carter is already blowing up because of Gary V, is what someone said.
Well,
But
Vince
he
Carter is
is-
the Dunk King.
Yeah, Donovan Mitchell. I feel like he's a
Oh,
great
yes.
player. Great buy.
There is a guy that I'm waiting for him to blow up. Yeah, I got a very, very nice rookie of Donovan Mitchell out of 10 gold.
That's
Yeah.
a nice magic. I like
What
it.
about Dwayne
Oh, yeah.
Haskins? Dwayne Haskins.
Stud.
Dwayne Haskins.
Dwayne Haskins.
Well,
is
to start, he doesn't play basketball.
I know.
He's a
I know
stud.
he plays.
No, you're
Dwayne
talking.
Haskins
Are we talking football rookies right now?
I
Why
guess
go
so.
Dwayne Haskins? Why go one of the top quarterbacks in the draft, and he's really not going for much? I mean, Carl Jones.
I don't want him.
You don't want him? I'll take him. I'll trade you. I'll trade you some.
You mean
Haskins.
Daniel Jones?
Daniel Jones. That's
Daniel.
what I
You
said.
said Tyler Jones.
Did I? No, I
Yeah.
said Daniel.
Either way, Daniel Jones, as I
Yeah.
call him, Danny Dimes.
Yep.
I'm not a fan of him. He had a high. I don't really care about rookie season interceptions because look no further than Peyton Manning. I believe he still owns the record for most interceptions in a rookie season. But Daniel Jones.
There he is.
Beautiful. I can just hear the replay. That's awesome.
I want it.
The first person that says Mitch doesn't know how to open a pack gets this.
Oh, that comment's going to come in soon.
Those packs were not opening.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, unfortunately, no championship for Vince Carter, but that's just the way it goes sometimes. And
That's,
I mean, Barry Sanders never won a championship, and there's so many. I hate when people are like, "Oh, well, LeBron doesn't have all the championships." Like, come on, guys.
When
At
did-
the end of the day, it's not all about.
when did winning? I
championships.
mean, yes, winning a championship. It's the most thing that any player is looking for.
all right,
But look at how
Jonesboro
many-
heavy. or pardon me, right in before, I just missed that. Robert McAvoy already won some stuff. So if you want to give him or you could go to the next comment. But Robert McAvoy was the first to say Mitch doesn't know how to open up a pack.
No, that's it. So
All right, he gets it anyway. Good mail day for him.
got a nice Jordan.
Yeah. Also, guys,
Very gradable.
just because it's a live stream and we haven't really kept track, just message us. You guys can even email us or message us on our Red Cape Sports Facebook group, and then just send us your address, and we'll get these out in a timely manner. I'm not going to say you're going to get them FedEx Express, but you're certainly going to get them.
You'll get them sometime.
Somebody said open packs like I'm wearing oven gloves.
You get the rest of the cards.
Oh man. Dude,
Yeah,
no!
I actually, it's
I'm
not
like-
a bad. Hold
I'm
on,
like-
I just realized what I had. Yes, it's not a bad thing that you get the rest of the cards because I kind of overlooked this. David Robinson rookie card.
All right, guys, I got an issue. I got a draft in 12 minutes, and Mitch's internet doesn't want to work.
It's not the internet.
That's the internet.
Are you on the right
Okay.
page?
So who was that? You gotta remember who got the David Robinson rookie.
We could always go back in the stream too. It'll suck, but we'll do it. So hopefully you guys just heard and let us know like who won what. Another thing that I wanted to mention, I'm not sure if you saw our latest video, but I also want to plug it. We're doing an NHL playoff box pool. So I'm not sure if you've ever done any of those.
Yep.
But Frank is also going to do that, so you guys can kick his butt. Mike DiStefano from TSN Radio, who I also do a monthly podcast, he's going to be doing that. Now, Les Alex, wherever Les Alex is, he currently hasn't posted anything. We love you, buddy. So we're currently waiting on you to join that. I just made my picks. I don't know. What did you think? Was it difficult, or have you made your selections yet?
For
The box pool. Have you seen that?
oh no, that's
Okay.
why I said probably haven't made that. I'm like nope, yep.
Okay, so
Haven't.
Frank hasn't seen that. I'll try to pull it up here.
Mhm.
So basically, you have, I think it's 21 boxes between forwards and defensemen. So the forwards, you have to choose between 5 forwards, but you can only pick one for each box. And the object is to gain the most points. So if McDavid gets 3 points in real life,
Yeah.
then you get 3 points for your team. But you
And
can only
as
grab
they
one.
drop,
Right.
as they drop, you drop. So basically, you have to pick
Right.
the players.
that
Yes,
you think
oh
is
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
go
yeah. I've
far,
done that.
right?
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
it's really interesting.
I actually won 1 year with that
Yeah, I did.
because that's the 1 year that I liked all the Tampa Bay players, and they won all the way to the final. They won the cup.
Wow.
I won that.
All
pool.
four?
Oh yeah.
Frank's showing his age. Kidding.
Oh really?
No, Frank.
Coming from a Rangers fan.
Yeah, I know. Rangers were.
Actually, we didn't do any of this today. I kind of enjoy doing that.
Hey, whoever
Uh,
gets rid of the most wax on the ground, you get a new pack.
No. So somebody was saying.
You went.
Did you see Gary V posted a photo today? Mookie Betts update rookie card PSA 10. Prices have spiked from $200 to $500 in the last 6 hours.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that, but I don't doubt it.
I actually haven't seen that. If
I wanna
that's true, that just
wanna
proves my
say
point.
this. It's not
Yeah.
market manipulation, at least not in my opinion.
Mhm.
I feel like Gary V is just trying to, at the end of the day, he's like a social media influencer, and I think he's just sharing his journey. And if it's the same thing as if I say, because at the end of the day, I do feel like all those guys that we just spoke about today are good buys, and then you all go out and buy them. You're going to slowly but surely see an increase. We're not trying to manipulate anything. There's so many cards that I don't own. Ask Frank. Frank, how many times have I gone to your shop and I'm like, can't buy this, don't got money? Wife said no.
Many
Like
times.
every time, and it sucks and it pains me, but you know that's why we're trying to be transparent.
I mean, it
on the cards
pains
that we
me
do
not to
have.
be able to sell it to him when it's a good card that I actually think he's right. But sometimes he picks cards. I'm like, you can come back next year and buy this. It'll be probably cheaper. Who was that card that Mitch? That he's like, oh, I wish I could buy this, right?
It was a Brett Howden.
Yes.
It was a Brett Howden
Yeah.
card, but it was so okay. Wasn't it like an SB authentic
Or it was-
autograph?
No, it
Numbered?
was a
It was
clear
$2.
cut, upper deck clear cut
was
autograph.
Gorgeous.
At the time, what did I say? $40?
Yeah, which was
What
great.
today is 30, and he still can. But it actually
I
went
still
down.
can't afford it. No, that's a true fact. I still can't afford it. So, and maybe you can help me as we do this too.
How about Mitch? I'm gonna be so nice to you in front of everybody. Since you're a great host, I'm gonna give you the Howden for free.
You know what? It's my birthday in like 4 months, so
Don't ask
consider
me
it an
anything.
early
4 months.
birthday
There you go.
present.
I
Thanks,
will give you
Frank.
that Howden.
Thanks,
for
man.
free. Yeah.
Fred Howden.
Yeah.
So,
Frank,
is that because no one in your store wants it?
No, because I
Nobody
don't
wants
like it when somebody really wants something and they
Well, I
They can't
appreciate
get it, 'cause I was there.
appreciate that.
Yeah, but Frank, I saw your Zion silver, and I couldn't afford it.
Did you see that? Yeah, but that's not your favorite player.
Yes, it is.
Huh?
It's my whole collection. So
Okay, I will give you a Zion silver sticker.
All right. So
That was a
that's
great
just
poll.
loading up.
That was a great poll.
We end up going with, for our fantasy draft, we're going with a head-to-head category league. I'm not a fan of it, but with just 60 games, that's what we all decided on.
Mhm.
So we'll see how that goes. The draft lobby should open up soon. But in the meantime, looks like we have more questions
Yep.
here. Do you guys get in any group breaks? Some do, some don't. Personally, I don't. I would rather just go to someone like Frank's store or
Mhm.
go wherever and buy the card. I'm not a big fan of, like, we got these packs, but like this was more of like an entertainment thing to keep us busy while we did this.
Yeah.
We knew we could lose all the money from this and get negative money and we'd still be okay.
Yep.
Like, packs at the end of the day, at least for us, are, I mean, unless it's like the first day, unless it's the first day when Alexis Lafreniere's Young Gun comes out, I mean, I might buy a box hoping to pull it, but you still have to. Boxes aren't a great. I don't know. I just feel like your money could be better spent on.
As a guy from experience, I'm gonna answer in a way, and I'm like, is it a good thing to do a break? Yes, it's fun if you're doing it for the right reasons. If you're doing it just to try it, and regardless of the outcome, you're happy, then yes, I totally back you up if you say I want to do one. But I've seen some people that there is a case break 10 times and they're in all 10. What's the point? Like, you just spent enough money on these breaks to go buy 3 boxes yourself.
Yeah.
Right? So why do that? Like, after all, if you can afford it and it doesn't bother you, or regardless of the outcome, you're happy,
That's exactly
do 100 of them. Right? Nobody's going to stop you after all. But if you're talking in terms of value, or I really want to hit something so I can have something to sell or whatever, no. If you're going to do 10 breaks, go buy your own boxes. You get to keep every single card in that box.
Yeah. What else we have? How much would you say a Boba Fett 2020 Prism Red, White, and Blue 7 out of 25 is? That's a very specific question.
I know. So
So
let me
Prism-
guess, you have one.
Yeah, exactly. Which is fine.
Yep.
But honestly, I would look through comps of another similar card. I couldn't tell you on the top of my head. Probably it's numbered. Let's just say this: PSA 10 tops Boba Fett goes for around 125 bucks Canadian. So probably less,
Way less.
way less, right? So
Okay. Only because, I mean, it is 7 out of 25. So you can't say, oh, can I compare it to the Bowman Chrome or whatever? One, because Prism is a non-authorized baseball card. There's no logos. It's not licensed.
Yeah.
They do go a lot less. Is it a nice card? Absolutely. Would you be able to get money for it? Absolutely. But in terms of value, it's
All right.
It's not going to be a huge card today, right? Like, if I was up, and I could be wrong, just because I don't know exactly. 7 at 25, red, white, blue. I'm going to say $40, $50. Or actually, it's a rookie. I'm going to say no. Let's say about 70, 80 bucks.
okay, so there's your answer.
Yeah, but it could be. I could be wrong. Yeah.
The next question is extremely selfish.
Mhm.
Boys, I just logged in, and girls, if there are girls,
Mhm.
just logged into my fantasy baseball draft again. It's head-to-head categories matchup. I got the 4th overall pick, which means I am guaranteed to get either Christian Yelich, Mike Trout, Cody Bellinger, or Ronald Acuna. I would love to get the players in said order, even though my team's name is Acuna Matata.
Mhm.
Um,
Well, that's
who would you go with? I mean,
out of the four or out of what I see.
out of anyone.
Well, obviously, if I let's say Christian Yelich is a solid pick, no problem. Mike Trout is a solid pick.
Because it is categories, which is weird, right? So
Yes.
you do want a very
But
balanced. player.
after these two right there, if I has to pick from the next, I'm gonna go with the guy that you have slotted on number 7,
Juan
Soto.
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 Solid.
Yeah.
He's so good.
My thing with Soto though, that batting average at 288 was a bit low for me,
Mhm.
and stolen bases. Whereas a guy like Acuna, honestly, I would argue that I might even pick him over Trout. I mean, the draft starts in a minute 30. We'll
Mhm.
see who I end up picking. They're all like you really can't go wrong with anyone. You know what I mean? When you
can't
have
go wrong with the top
10,
7 except number 6.
you're not a fan of Alex
Not
Bregman?
a-
Is that just because of the cheating scandal?
Yes.
But stunt-wise, he is a stud. Because
He's a good player.
I'll tell you this. I sold a card for the first time knowingly and lost money because it was Alex Bregman. And it was a beautiful card.
No,
But I
that's
lost money.
Values dropped.
But I didn't want it anymore. I couldn't stand looking at it.
Yeah, well,
honestly.
I mean, at least it's not Altuve, and it could be much worse, right? Yeah. Houston is going to take some dislove or values going down for a while.
Matthew Phibbs still can't afford a prison base though. Mitch, I am also a Zion collector. I'm at 50 right now. That's what
25.
Phibbs said.
How
Oh,
many?
Mitch didn't like that. He's at 50.
I'm over 100. So it's fine.
Arenado, Bregman can be considered just a big year from Judge. SGC is trash, someone said. I don't know.
Opinion.
That's debatable.
It's
debatable.
the
It's not
whole
trash.
prices are
It's-
going up.
It's in my opinion, if I have to name companies and
Mitch,
rate
do you have a
SGC, I'm going to put them at number 4.
Do you have a charger for my phone? Probably should have bought
What
one.
kind of phone? Yeah.
USB Type C.
Yeah.
Thanks. Cool.
Everything.
Yeah. I feel like Josh Hader is just. Many people don't know him because he's a pitcher, but I play fantasy, so I do know him. Ronald Acuna went first. Yelich went second. So I either get Trout or Belly. I might even want Bellinger. The Dodgers are just stacked, and it's not guaranteed that Mike Trout's going to play.
Yep. But honestly, right there, I would go with Soto.
I'm not going with Soto. I can't.
You regret it.
I might regret it, and you know what? We have footage that I might regret this.
Yep.
But I don't think I'm going to.
Okay, guys, you tell me. Right now, if you have to pick and you got 58 seconds, you'd go with Trout, Bellinger,
Arenado.
or Arenado, or Soto. Don't be deceived by the name. Look at the plan. Yes, Trout is a stud, but he might not play. But look at this. Who would you pick? I'm telling him to go with Juan Soto because
Mitch, I need a. How do I plug this in? This is Type C to Type C. That's all you have?
oh, that's a nice one. Another underrated.
Someone said Soto, someone said Belly, and someone said Belly. I'm going with Belly. If I can get Bellinger, I'm going to go with Bellinger. I just don't see how I could really go.
Who
any
said
other
Soto?
way. Somebody said Soto. Mark Speltz.
Mark Spelch, you're a smart guy.
I don't think so. We'll see. Mitch, is there one hanging up maybe? Or no?
Hold on, I'll get you
It's
one.
okay.
But you need
So
to
they
know-
drafted Trout. I'm doing it, Frank.
Bad pick.
Cody Bellinger is going to be mine.
I believe he opted out this morning. Mike Trout. I just recently watched a video that was hilarious.
Or pardon me. I screwed up. So I have to get rid of this. I don't know these settings. It drafted me Mike Trout, which I'm kind of upset with because I'm in here. but maybe it's because I did pre-draft ranking.
Yep.
Yeah.
Did you select automatically go the next best available player?
I didn't select that because on ESPN, even if you have pre-draft rankings, it still makes you physically select them.
Yep.
Which I thought Yahoo got their crap together. So I'm gonna have to fix that. That's very annoying. Or just queue up the players. But yeah, we'll go ahead and. So we'll see. I'm just gonna keep an eye on it. What other questions do we have? So, anyways, guys, I ended up getting Mike Trout. I'll still gladly take that. My fault, but I'll take it. Oh, nice, cool. So, Frank, that's for you.
Okay.
Guys, if there's any specific questions that you guys want to know about, I mean, personally, I want to know more, so I'll ask it. What's it like to own a store, like a sports card shop? Is it fair to say that this has been something that you've wanted to do for a while, or is it something that just kind of happened, or?
Being involved in a sports card store, it is the equivalent, the same thing as you, a player loving to play hockey, growing up loving to play hockey, and becoming an NHL star. Right? It's the same thing. It's being involved in something you like doing. Right?
Yeah.
Can't go wrong with it.
Now, for those who don't know, what are the hours like of running a sports store? I can imagine
You have
it's
to maintain.
countless.
You have to maintain 40 hours a week in order to retain your diamond dealership. Our hours are noon. We don't. I mean, nobody's gonna go in at 10 in the morning to buy hockey cards or whatever. So we open at noon until about 9 p.m.
David Robinson.
You got the rookie?
Yep.
I gotta top you with that.
Reggie Miller, just a fan of him. Nothing crazy, but
I pulled the goat, so
some of these cards are just wow. Who do we got here? Mitch gave us a card. Siku
stay cool.
Siko Domboya.
Damboya.
That's a nice blue one.
That's an absolute, I believe, right?
Certified.
Certified.
Is this guy clever?
I didn't even look. No,
I don't actually remember this card. What is this card?
So I'm gonna check out comments here.
Anybody knows that? You know what? I've seen this product, but I don't remember this card. It's a green Isaiah Thomas, and it says, "Why should you say no? Drugs hold you back." It's a drug advertisement.
Yes, and comic books were actually the first to do that. So comic
Yeah.
books used to do things that were very political.
Yeah.
Stan Lee was a big fan of that. The Amazing Spider-Man skating on thin ice.
Mhm.
Spider-Man would tell kids not to do drugs, things like that. So the 90s specifically were a very, yeah, exactly.
But
Don't
that's a nice
foul out.
card actually for Isaiah Thomas.
Someone wants to know, Frank, has the store been heavily impacted by the pandemic?
Heavily.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, yes, heavily. Rightfully so. No blames, no nothing. But it's for safety reasons. Yes. Our clientele. I'm not saying we lost people. No, it's just everybody's staying safe, and I encourage it. Just like I'd like to stay safe, they like to stay safe. But has it been an impact? Yes, and unfortunately, as a new business, we did not qualify for any of the relief that the government offered.
That's unfortunate.
They keep trimming it down. So we'll just keep waiting to see if we ever do. But yes, big hit.
Yeah.
Like I'd say we are back today
Just
when
made my
we were
second
2
draft
months
pick.
after we opened. Unfortunately, we were doing really good. Yeah.
I just made my second draft pick. Update: Josh Hader was who I went with because there's more pitching statistics in this head-to-head than there are hitting statistics, and there's a weekly innings pitched cap. So that way you can't just keep picking up pitchers and picking up pitchers and picking up pitchers. It caps you. But the reality is saves, strikeouts, ERA, and whip, and wins even count. So a guy like Josh Hader who can get you all that in one. I had him last year, and relievers are so often overlooked in head-to-head. So I went with him, and I feel like I'm going to enjoy it. I'm hoping I can get Ozzy Albies
I was gonna
2
say,
more picks. If I can get Ozzy, I'm going to go with him. Everyone's going to overlook Jose Altuve. But at the end of the day, if I need to have Thanos on my team to win, I'll do it.
there's another name there that it's not as young as these kids, but he's very capable.
Bryce? JD Martinez.
JD Martinez.
JD Martinez. I mean, I feel like my thing with him, though, is I feel like I can get him a bit lower. Even Rafael Devers is up there, but
As a rookie card, yeah, but not as.
we'll see.
Let's get some questions after you pick.
After I pick, I'm up right now. Who should I go with? I got 51 seconds. Anthony Rendon, Bogarts, Altuve, Kirby Yates, even, which wouldn't be a bad pick. Do I go with Rafael Devers or with Ozzy? I'm going to go with Ozzy because second base doesn't come easy. So there we go. Okay. Questions. Thoughts on Pete Alonso? I've said it time in, time out. I personally believe Pete Alonso, not a great pick for the short season. I feel he's got so much pressure being the home run rookie king, because he is. He hit the most, and he's going to struggle a lot in terms of batting percentage or batting average.
No, like there's two parts to that question. I would like the person that asked it to say thoughts
He just said, Alonso, thoughts
on Cards or on the player himself.
Let's start with the player himself.
The player himself,
because that'll kind of translate into your thoughts with the Cards.
I kind of somewhat agree with you that we're talking today, he is not where he should be. Great player, but I mean, I would definitely. There's quite a few players I will go before I go him or pick him.
Fair enough.
As a collectible value, he's way up there, and rightfully so. I mean, he is one of the best rookies. That home run derby helped him out. Although I think Guerrero got cheated, but
I mean, I strongly feel if it was the home run derby that I'm used to of 10 outs, Vladdy would have won that. Because I don't think he would have slowed down. Yeah.
He broke the record. Yeah, right? He broke a record.
Down.
Yeah.
And coincidentally, I also want to mention, just because he just got drafted, Bryce Harper cheated in his home run derby. You are supposed to wait for the ball to fall down before throwing the next one. And he hit 10 within 60 seconds. So if you even do the average, that's 6 seconds. So you're trying to tell me to throw the ball, hit the ball 400 and whatever feet, and then come down. His dad and him cheated. And if you look, the camera operator, or pardon me, the switcher of camera angles couldn't even keep up.
Yeah, because he received a lot more pitches than everybody else.
They were throwing it. And it was like, this guy's not even done his swing, and the next ball's coming in.
As cute as it is that okay, you and your dad are doing it and whatever. But no. I mean, it's how do you say this? What's the word? How it's emotional and nice. But I mean, what about the other players that don't have that connection with the person pitching to them? I mean, people are busy, right?
Yeah. Someone just asked thoughts on Walker Buehler, Dodgers pitcher.
Walker, I know who he is. Don't know much. To be honest to you,
pitchers are tough.
Was not on my radar. So
yeah, pitchers are extremely
tough. Are tough because you either make it or you're forgotten. Yeah, right. Not a lot of pitchers.
I feel like there's maybe one current young pitcher who I would and currently am investing in. Okay, other than Michael Kopech. Jack Flaherty is going to be a stud.
That's one. Who's the other two? Let's see. How about we write them down to see if we're on the same page?
For young,
Okay, no, hold on. Let's see. I'm gonna write down something and then
Yeah,
see.
you write
if-
them down and I'll guess.
And we're not talking this year. We're talking in the last 2-3
And
years.
we'll ask everyone else too. So
Yeah.
guys, Frank's writing down 3 names for what is it? Young.
Well, no, you got one of them.
for young.
Flaherty.
So Jack Flaherty
Yeah.
being the first. And what are these? These are, pardon me, 3 pitchers who are young,
Mm-hmm.
who are good investments.
Yeah.
Okay. 3 young pitchers, good investments.
I might have spelled their name wrong,
Well,
but
that's fine, as long as we can sound it out.
I'm good. Well, here you can't look, but I'm gonna show it to everybody. Mitch, if you can.
No, I'm not. I'm not even gonna look at this.
Here's
So,
the
you
2
know,
names that are red and green. Those are the 2 names that I. He already picked the third, and he did say Flaherty.
I picked Mackenzie
I
Gore.
don't even.
Nice.
Can you read them?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Those
I
2,
have both.
and
I have both. of them.
yeah, and collectible value. I think these guys are very, very collected and should be like. I mean, will be worth something, even though they're pitchers. I'm not a big fan of pitcher rookie cards, but these guys will be worth something. One day.
All right. So quick pause on that.
Yeah.
I can either draft Jose Altuve, or Paul Goldschmidt, or Bo Bichette.
Oh, Bo Bichette.
I think he might be available later on. I just
Let's see who else is there.
George Springer. I mean,
What position do you need?
basically everything. I mean, I got a second baseman and an outfielder and a pitcher right now. So probably not Altuve. I kind of want to go with Goldschmidt. I mean, he's historically speaking had even last year 34 home runs, 97. I mean,
Well, I see. I mean, yeah, but everybody's gonna think I see 2 names there that you should go in one of them. I mean, Bo Bichette, you said you might be available.
yeah, I just went with
But how about him?
Manny Machado.
Nope.
Yeah. All right, there we go. All right, cool. More questions coming up.
Well, hold on. Let's finish the last question.
Oh, right. Okay.
So you picked
Young
Flaherty.
pitchers.
Yeah.
I'm hoping you were thinking of Jesus Luzardo.
No.
No. Okay. Jesus Luzardo's not there. Young. I mean, DeGrom isn't too young.
No, but
He's not on that list.
he's on. He's only 2 names on that list because I thought of 3 and you guessed 1.
Jack Flaherty, Michael Kopech.
He's. We're not talking underrated. Kopech is a good pitcher as it is.
So
right?
these are underrated pitchers then.
Kopech is not underrated.
But who you wrote
Yep.
down? Okay, so these are underrated pitchers.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
That have potential, but you know what I mean.
That have potential. Young underrated pitchers that have potential. I'm just like drawing a blank. Are we looking?
Did we show this, Mitch, to everybody else?
Are we looking at
No,
the team?
no, no. we
No. So let's see if anybody guesses it too.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's look through here. Someone
Yeah.
said Jesus Luzardo.
Yeah.
Well,
Jesus Luzardo is not underrated though.
he hasn't done anything yet. Tyler Glasnow
Oh, that's actually a good name.
was
but
a
no.
great guess. Robert McAvoy, who's been heavily involved from the start.
That's actually a good
Shout out
guess,
to
but
you,
I don't
man.
have him there. You know what? Rightfully, that's a great guess, but I just didn't pick him not because I don't think so. It's just because I never thought of it.
Casey Mize? Nah, he's not underrated. Why am I saying these? stuff?
Casey Mize hasn't.
Why am I saying this?
One of them. Okay, how about I give a team
Yeah.
on one of them? Yankees.
Yankees. Pineda?
So we said young.
But that's the thing. Garrett Cole's not young. So it's not even Garrett Cole, is it?
Okay, hold on.
Is Garrett Cole young?
Here's the first one.
Oh, Justice Sheffield. Okay. He struggled last season. From the 3 starts he had or something like that.
But
He struggled. And I'm a fan of
Potential.
that. Guys, I'm doing it. Drafting Bo Bichette. I just drafted Bo Bichette. So okay. What's the other team?
I'm blank.
That's okay.
Oh my god, the Twins.
All right. Someone said Luis Castillo. Dustin May. That's another one.
That's a good one.
I think Dustin May is not going to pan out. For the record, I
Dustin
really don't.
May?
I don't think he's going to pan out. No, for the
Okay,
Dodgers.
well, Dustin May.
Chris Paddock.
That's another good name.
That's another great young stud.
My God, you guys are doing awesome.
I know, right?
Another good name that I didn't think of at the time.
Yeah.
No, the two names I picked were Justice Sheffield and Tuki Toussaint.
Oh, Dookie Toussaint. I love him for the Braves.
Braves. Sorry.
Yeah, for the Braves. For the Braves.
Yeah.
Great picks, especially what everyone else had to say here.
Yeah.
Castillo is underrated.
Yeah.
With that being said, I do want to mention my buddies, they're Cubs fans, I'm Cardinals fans, and we were saying this NL Central is going to be so close.
Mhm.
So close. And a lot of projections have the Reds doing pretty well this season. I'm not buying into that. I'm honestly not buying into that. On paper, they're okay, but who do they got for pitching? Come on.
Who? The
That's
Reds?
my point.
Yeah.
The Cincinnati Reds.
Yeah.
Who do you got for pitching? Trevor Bauer? Because I love me some Trevor Bauer.
Yeah.
I love Trevor Bauer standing up for what's right. I love Trevor Bauer as a pitcher and everything. ERA of like 4. He'll probably cut his finger on another drone.
I knew that was coming up.
No, like, you know what I mean? Just be smarter, and he'll probably hate me for saying
How about
that,
Blue
but-
Jays young pitchers? They have a really good one. Okay.
What's his name? Pedersen or
Brendan Kay.
Peterson? Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm still a fan of Ken Giles, but that's not
Zook.
necessarily
What's
a
Zeus?
starter.
How do you say his name? Zeus. Zeus.
I think it's Zeus.
Zook. Zook.
What are your opinions? Reds are deep. No, they're not. Sonny Gray has lost it. Come on, guys.
Sonny Gray.
Sonny Gray, it's not so sunny anymore. It's not. When Sonny Gray was with the A's, Sonny Gray I was a big fan of. Which just reminded me of saying Matt Chapman. What a great underrated player. Matt Chapman.
Matt Chapman is not underrated.
There's a lot of people who think he's underrated.
Really?
Ton.
Why?
And the same thing goes with the other Matt
Steve
Olson.
Bird.
No, honestly, he's not my name. A lot of people think he's underrated.
Yeah, you do.
Because
He
he's
shouldn't
in the
be.
A's. He's not.
Well, I
He's
mean,
a
yeah,
star.
he's on a bad team, yes, but not underrated. I mean, he's just one of the top players on the team.
His ranking isn't even coming up on this.
Chapman?
Yeah, Matt.
Really?
Not Aroldis.
No, not all.
Yeah.
No, I don't
Yeah,
think.
honestly.
I personally don't think he's underrated.
No, me neither. I think
Yes,
he's
there's
right
a
where he needs to
lot
be.
because of the A's, but
Let's see. Thoughts on Aristides Aquino. Aristides, or however you pronounce his name.
Aristides.
Aristides.
Yeah.
Who knows?
But I mean, same story as another big guy that was way hyped last year, but the potential is there, but we have to see it. He's, I think, this year's Wander Franco.
That's a big
No.
statement.
I'm not saying he's as good as one. I'm saying he's the same thing. Hype. We haven't seen anything.
Right.
But the stats and the potential and what he's this and
He
what
had
has
a
he been
very
doing
small sample
warrants that he might be something.
Right.
Right.
And that's why I did
Yeah.
draft Bo Bichette, because I feel like in a 60-game season,
Yeah.
again for this head-to-head,
Mhm.
he's tailored toward what I like. Austin Meadows, I believe I can get him in the next 2 to 3 rounds. So we'll see how that goes as well.
But Aquino is
He's a stud.
he on paper, he has it. But is he gonna have it on the field? We'll see. I hope he does.
Thoughts on Gleyber Torres?
Not a big fan.
What?
I'm not. It's funny that I have 2 of my good friends and
Wow.
customers. One of them, Jay, you might know
Yes.
Jay. Jay is a huge fan of Gleyber Torres, and
'Cause he's
he's
a
always
stud.
telling me, "What do you have against him? What do you have against him?" I'm like, "I have nothing against him. Not a fan." Right?
Yeah, I mean, I think you're a bit
Yeah.
nuts there,
Well,
but we'll see.
Yeah.
Next up, Charlie Blackman. I can get.
ooh.
So my turn is next. Just drafted Austin Meadows. And I'm liking my team so far, guys. I'm liking my team here.
I'm
I can
surprised
go
one
first
name
base.
hasn't came up yet.
Who's that?
Alvarez.
Jordan?
Jordan Alvarez.
Well, here he is there. He's on the
mean
IL
that?
10. I believe he
I mean
just
that.
I believe he just got the corona.
Jordan Alvarez.
So if that's the case, I'm certain a lot of people will look at that. So they had him ranked at 140 was Matt Olson.
Really?
Yeah. Crazy, right? I mean,
Well, Eloy Jimenez was 118.
yeah. So
Yeah, Alvarez is a stud, everybody.
I'm just drafting next. So
Yeah. Another one
Those-
on the same is, I don't know if you've heard of him. His name is Toro. Big player.
let's see. Alex Verdugo is another good one. I'm a fan of. Wow. And there's a lot of bench spots here too. So my pick is in 2 turns. But in the meantime, what pick did Tatis go? I have no idea just because I'm also doing this live stream. But Fernando Tatis, overrated, underrated, or just where he should be?
Fernando Tatis?
Yeah.
Exactly where he should be.
Exactly where he should be. Yeah, I mean, I guess he does have quite a bit of hype on him, right? So
He doesn't have any, I mean, he has the hype, but rightfully so.
oh, absolutely. I think he's
I
a
mean,
stud.
Fernando Tatis is like how we say in the hockey world, Alexis Lafreniere. So much hype, but does that mean it's wrong?
No.
He's got it. And for everybody that's watching, I am down to 1 card to finish last year's refractor set, and guess who it is? Fernando Tatis. It's the last
That's
refractor I need to finish the refractor set. And if somebody has it, you'll be a good friend, and I'll pay.
I know you will.
Yeah.
Let's see. I gotta go with decisions.
You gotta go.
Because he also walks are another category.
Mhm.
And first basemen are very limited in this, and I feel like I can get. I mean, there's so many outfielders. I'm not worrying about outfielders, third base.
See, me and you think differently. First baseman is usually the last infield position I draft.
Really? Yeah. I had the opportunity to draft him.
I
that
usually go
position?
for multi-position talents.
All right. So I still got 12 picks until I'm going. Somebody said high maintenance needs a babysitter.
Who?
I'm not sure about who.
I'm gonna say they're talking about
Weaver for
Tatis
the
because of
D-backs. Oh, Weaver. Yeah. The Cardinals. If you're referring to Luke Weaver, the Cardinals had him. High maintenance guy for sure. Alex Reyes is another one with a lot of star potential. Seeing if the Cardinals are smart and start him, I mean, the sky's the limit for him. First base in general is shallow. Exactly, Robert. So that's why I end up going with him. Somebody said, oh, they were talking about Gleyber Torres as being high maintenance.
100% true.
Is he?
Yep.
Where's his backstory? I haven't heard.
There's few.
Really? Such as? Would love to hear.
I don't know. It's look him up. There's like different things that I've heard that he's. A lot of times they say they have problems with him in practice.
That's not a good sign, right?
That's not a good sign,
No.
right? Like, I mean, practice is practice. It's got to be as close to a game form as possible.
Oh,
When you go to practice, you cannot choose how to practice. You got to practice how they. You got to be prepared for any possible scenario. So you can't say, "Oh no, don't throw me curveballs." No, right?
That's hilarious. Let's see here. Yohan Moncada. Big fan of Yohan Moncada. Huge fan, actually. So we're going to hold them up. What else do we have here? I believe I missed some questions early on. Let's see. Reese Hoskins. There's another one who I thought last season, and that's actually a guy who I traded away in my fantasy league, and it hurt me. And then he just didn't pan out. It's weird in terms of like fantasy, completely different compared to how I think of for like investing in sports cards, because fantasy, I care about your batting average.
Yeah.
I really do. Sports cards, not so much. Giancarlo Stanton can continue to hit 200, but if he keeps driving in runs and hitting bombs, that's what people care about.
Okay, see, as much as I love to be here and chit chat with everybody and answer questions and everything, and it's all nice, but at the same time, as much that part I hate about it is you guys know what you talk. A lot of you know what they're talking about, and they kind of blow my cover. Reese Haskins is one of the guys that I hope to God will stay hidden, that nobody will ever talk about, right? What is there not to like about this guy?
I mean, he's even during the home run derby a few years ago, he performed well. Playing with Bryce Harper,
Yeah.
he performed well.
Who mentioned that actually? Who asked that question?
Christopher, I can't pronounce that last name, said, I settled for Reese in an auction drafts last night, so I really wanted Matt Olson. So
Yeah,
he asked
Reese,
that.
in terms of collectible value, I think he's gonna be a nice chunk of sleeper for you.
Yeah. So let's see here. It's my turn to draft again.
How come it's your turn to draft every 30 seconds? What is this, a 2-player league?
They only give you a minute to draft. It's 12 guys, but it's Snake.
It's a kid's draft.
Are they all real people?
Yeah. Wow.
All right.
I get no respect here, y'all. And I wanted Yohan Moncada. They just drafted him right before, so that sucks. Let's see what third base has going. It's tough too with the coronavirus, but Max Muncy might not be a terrible pick.
That is a terrible pick.
Yeah, we'll see. DJ LeMahieu wouldn't be terrible. I mean, if I can get DJ
What's wrong with? We just talked about him. Why don't you go with him?
with DJ LeMahieu?
Chapman.
Oh, I already have him.
Then why is he still showing up here?
That's Matt Chapman. Oh, Chapman. Yeah, I can definitely grab Chapman, and I will. You know what? I'm
No,
going
we
to.
should Chapman. He only throws like 200 miles an hour.
So we'll see. It's either going to come down to Chapman or LeMahieu for my next pick. So if I can get Chapman, I'll move up Chapman to the top here. And LeMahieu, still a fan of. All right, what else we got here?
George, can you ask people what else they would like to see episodes on specifically?
Yeah, what else would you guys like to see episodes on? No, I'm kidding.
Like which sport? What topic?
Yeah, so here at Red Cape Sports, we're basically open to doing any type of episode. I know that we have done a lot of live streams lately, but they're fun for us. But so are regular episodes, like when you can really just create episodes of specific. What am I getting out of here? Like when we can create an episode on like top 5 or whatever, that's fun too. So if there's any specific episodes that you guys want to see, maybe you want to see more hockey, maybe you want to see more UFC. I hope not, because I really don't know much about UFC. I would love to, but yeah. So Frank does, right? And I mean, we can have Frank on quite often, right? We like Frank here. So if there's anything like that you guys want to know, let us know. We're more than glad to do episodes on that. Someone said WWE. So someone else said that I should take Chapman over LeMahieu. And my pick is next. So unless Matt Chapman gets picked, he's mine. What's up, guys? I recently stumbled upon your channel and think that you guys are sick. When did you start this channel? And shout out to you, Zane Raza. We started this channel, December 27th, I think was our first episode. And as I draft Matt Chapman, who's mine, so my team's looking sick. Yeah, it's definitely been less than a year. It was December 27th. We literally started this off just as something to do. Like we were kind of bored and Frank came on in an early on episode, and everyone really loved Frank.
No,
So
I did it to make money in sports.
that's what
It
Mitch is
worked.
saying.
Inkler.
Either way, it worked.
Mhm.
We're very grateful for the support that we've had. Mitch can maybe tell us. I think we're at 2,700 and something subscribers. I didn't think we'd get there that quick.
I did.
Frank did. Frank believed in me
Yeah,
more than
when I
anyone
said
else.
when I was talking about being a sponsor here and everything, I even told everybody, not in front of you, but not even on record. But I'm like, these guys will make it. These guys have the right idea. They just gotta work on it, make it happen. There's nothing I can tell you that you don't already know.
Cool.
Okay, everything you talk about, it's current. And I'm not saying this because of you. I've told this to people when you're not even there, not even in a chat or a text or no people live. And I told them, go watch a couple shows and see what you think. Most of them are they say, yeah, they're fun, they're whatever. A lot of them come back and tell me, what's wrong with Mitch?
I don't even know.
Yeah.
How do you think I feel?
Right.
Well, no, you know what it is. They probably saw the Exacto Knife episode. 'Cause
Or
you're never gonna
the
let
one
that down.
do you know which one that gets brought up the most though?
What?
Mitch going
The semi-rigids.
on the semi-rigids.
The semi-rigids. People hate you for that.
Yeah.
I still have them right there.
And I told you I'll take them.
You just need to know how to use them.
Yeah,
Maybe I'll sell them to you.
I'll buy them.
If I can make profit on that, I have an early Christmas.
How are you gonna make profit on something you don't know how to use? Like for real?
All right. Okay, here's a question for all three of us.
Yeah.
And that was
Why
hilarious.
can't I smoke
Okay.
cigars?
So maybe we can all write them down too.
Mhm.
But the question is top 5 players in each sport. So maybe we won't do each sport, but top 5 players who are winding down and will be headed to Hall of Fame.
Oh God, I already have probably.
Yeah, so we'll just do it spitballing. Albert Pujols.
Bird read Bart spells.
Okay, no, we'll start with a sport first, and then we'll keep going, switching sports. We'll start with baseball.
Frank, I'm sorry. You got to look at that.
Yeah.
This one right here. Top 5 cards that Mitch can burn with a cigar.
What about Luka Doncic Prism Refractor?
Oh,
Don't burn that. I'll buy that.
All right.
Okay.
Seriously though, Albert Pujols is one of the greatest generational hitters that I've ever.
Well, we're going with baseball right now.
Yeah,
Albert
baseball.
Pujols.
Albert Pujols.
Mhm.
And I know that a lot of people don't think Yadier Molina is in Hall of Famer, but
Yeah, he wouldn't be my pick.
I think he's going to be a stud.
Justin Verlander,
Verlander, 100%.
100% Hall of Famer.
Still at his age. He's 35, 36.
How many? One of my all-time favorite pitchers.
Yeah.
And I didn't like the Tigers, like since the Tigers.
Mhm.
But how do you not like a pitcher that throws 90 on the 6th inning and 98 on the 9th inning?
Oh my God.
How do you go wrong with
Mitch's
that?
life is done. I got to read this for everyone.
Oh, no.
Mitch's life is done.
Yeah.
Is semi-rigid before the blue pill? Someone asked that. So
It's a dumb question. Mom's
Well, answer it then.
no. Mom's not watching.
Yeah.
Miguel Cabrera is what Robert McAvoy said. He's headed to the Hall of Fame. He
Why?
is. Why? Because he's going to have 500 career home runs in the
Okay.
Triple Crown. That alone, as well as a lifetime. Mitch, look it up. Miguel Cabrera lifetime batting average.
Oh, sure. If you're gonna go there, then yeah.
He's got two. Miguel Cabrera is a for sure Hall of Famer. For sure.
Yes, but not anytime soon.
Yes, anytime soon.
Okay, well, how about this then? There's a guy just as good, Prince Fielder.
Prince Fielder's not headed to the Hall of Fame.
Why not?
He had issues.
He's
He
not
had
headed to the Hall
issues,
of Fame.
but again,
He had
Okay.
all-
Miguel Cabrera. Okay, there was a time where Albert Pujols, for 8 to 10 years in a row, was the most feared hitter in baseball. Then Miggy took that over. I'm talking
Mhm.
Triple Crown years.
Mhm.
And sure, he's gone down, but he's played injured, but he's still putting up good numbers.
another good name that I think the
Right.
world is going to end up to forgive him, and he deserves, and he will be in the Hall of Fame.
Pete Rose?
Pete Rose.
Okay, so because before we hit record,
Mhm.
I was saying Barry Bonds belongs in the Hall of Fame. So you think
I don't.
Pete Rose does,
Yes.
but not Barry Bonds?
Barry Bonds made a difference in the game. Barry Bonds, what he did made a difference. Okay? Here, let's put these guys with sleeves
All
so
right,
we can
sleeve
show
them
Mitch.
up. Tell me how great they
Yeah.
are, boys.
Okay? Barry Bonds, what he did, if he didn't do, it made a difference. Pete Rose did not make a difference.
So what
He
you're
did
saying
not
is-
alter the result.
Okay, right. So
Okay.
what you're saying is Pete Rose didn't do anything to give himself a better chance
Thank you.
at performing.
Right?
What he did was wrong.
was wrong because it's one, he knew it's frowned upon.
We have a
Okay.
semi-rigid test.
Yeah.
So we're going to show you how easy these things are to use.
All right. I mean, this is, I don't know where
It's
did
already
Mitch
in
go
there.
wrong. And it's one. It's already
Yeah,
completely
Mitch.
in there.
Awful.
I
Look
don't
at
know.
that.
What do you, here.
It's
That's
done.
not good.
That card's being shipped out like that.
No. You almost damaged the card putting it in there.
No, we didn't.
Do another
No.
one.
Okay. Like I said, we're gonna use these to do all the cards that we're giving away. Let's do the Michael Jordan.
Fine. I'll even do some.
Not the
Yeah.
great bonds, it's steroid bonds.
Yes, I don't think Barry Bonds deserved, just like McGuire, just like whatever. Another guy that's been taunted with steroids, but I honestly think that even after steroids, he didn't do so bad as. Oh my God, a pitcher.
Who got caught with steroids? Clemens.
Clemens. Sorry, thank you, Roger
Clemens.
Clemens. Right? Yeah.
Come on now.
That's baseball. We'll move on to.
See, that's not easy to put in.
That
it's,
is.
It's very easy to put in.
No,
Here you
it's
go.
It's
Perfect.
It is 80% easier to put it into a top loader. It's way
It
easier.
is, but you
There's
put it in
no
a.
excuse for
but when
taking
you put it in a
valuable
th-
card
Yeah.
and putting
Done.
it in something that's important.
It's only Mitch.
No,
There you go.
no.
Yeah.
Here's
there
the
you go.
no. That's going to be extracted into a YouTube video. Only Mitch doesn't know how to use
Yeah.
Ultra Pro semi-rigids. I want to see how many likes this video can get. Like, I want a video of just
But see how much
all the
card-
compilations of
there's
things
too
that
much
Mitch can't do.
friction. See how much you have to press though.
That's
to
a
put it in?
beautiful
No, you don't. I just don't want to damage the card, so I take my time. I
For-
can
for
do
$10,
this
we'll show you.
entire thing in 10 minutes.
Take your time.
Okay? But my name is Frank, not Mitch.
I like when I'm not getting
Oh, the
made
Rip
fun
on
of.
Mitch show.
I
can't
like
wait to
this.
get on the show and start ripping. I'm gonna wear a New York Rangers jersey and hat.
You couldn't. Take the oven gloves off, Mitch.
I'm baking cookies.
Oh my god. You guys have grown so much. I remember when you guys were at 200 subs. Thank you so much for that, the gaming god LJ. Truly appreciate that. Yeah, I guess we have grown. Obviously there's a lot of work to do.
Yep.
But
Yep.
chasing after guys like PSA collector and sports card investor, but we'll get there. And if we don't, then we'll
I don't
be
think we're
pretty near.
competing against.
Yeah, no, we're not competing.
I-
What we're doing is totally different.
I honestly think you'll hit 10K by the end of the year.
I hope so. What's going to happen if we hit 10K by the end of the year?
Bird, we got a drone.
Oh,
I want to do for Christmas. I want to give away cards to kids.
that'd be cool.
It'd be cool. Like a lot of cards.
That'd be very cool.
Absolutely.
That would be really cool.
What are we going to do if we hit 10K?
I'll share some of mine.
10K. Ooh, what do we do?
Yeah, like what are we going to do at that point?
What I think you should do,
We do something fun.
how much does it mean to you to hit 10K?
Oh, that'd be great.
That'd be great,
No
right?
idea. Yeah, no idea.
I
Million's
think-
good.
Mitch should give up a PC card. Give away a PC card.
Yeah, but that means I gotta give up a Zion. They're
So?
all Zions.
So be it.
All right, I got like 80 hoops. I'll get one.
If
of
they
those.
help
Yeah.
us get to that,
Okay.
I mean,
Right? How about
Okay, here's what we'll do.
we'll see.
Give away a good card. We got Kobe Whites.
how about this? I'm willing to do that. When you guys hit 10K, I will give up
Whoa, Frank,
A
you gotta
card
be careful because these
that
people.
is non-common, that is graded 9.5 or better.
Wow,
Okay.
A non-common rookie card. Could be a PSA 10, could be a 9.5
wow,
of a
9.5 or better.
non-common rookie.
Wow, that's guys. That's huge.
There you go.
That's huge.
So you guys do your thing, and I'll do mine.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, because okay,
You got a drone now, baby.
I like what he just said. You guys do your thing because I've seen TikTok videos of people being like, oh, my sister's doing this TikTok dance, but here I am taking a pee. And literally they'll get like 800,000 views and like
there's some things
millions
that
of likes and stuff like that.
There's-
So if people doing TikTok dances, yeah, we better get to 10K.
There's some things I watch that literally I'm like, how in God's word does this guy have 300,000 subscribers? Like seriously, like it's beyond me. Like, and I'm talking sports related, right? I'm talking sports related.
Right.
Like a guy goes to Walmart and buys all the Bowman on the shelf and comes to open it. Okay, so what exactly did you do that I couldn't do?
These comments.
Right?
Mitch will do a giveaway of 200 semi-rigids.
I will give
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
That guy deserved a sealed pack of something. I'm
Oh, that's a good one. Oh, gee.
you said Wayne Gretzky. We're not giving away Wayne Gretzky.
No, guys, we don't have a Discord, but we do offer a free Facebook page. It's just so much easier. Discords are kind of like group chats.
Mhm.
I don't know, like group chats. I hate group chats. My family, they're trying to put me in this group chat. And I got my mother-in-law and the sister-in-laws and everything. And I'm like, I don't care what you ate for breakfast. You know what I mean?
God's
And I can say that.
Be in a group chat.
I can say that, but I don't want to be. And I can say that
Okay,
because
how
no
about-
one supports me and watches this.
How about if we
Like,
get
if you really
5K
love me, watch this.
5K subs, we get Frank back on for another 2 hours special.
No,
We're just
we
going
want
to
Frank
hours.
on before that. People can't go that long.
Yeah,
No, I mean, yeah, they're gonna see Frank, and then what? No, I would like to give them something that they can hold, something that it current that 5 years from now it could turns out to be like,
Thanks, Robert.
I got this for free.
Yeah.
What about
exactly.
a Svechnikov young gun?
What about him?
Oh, go
Pretty
ahead.
fair. I got one
Somebody
Svechnikov.
just mentioned Svechnikov too.
All right, let's do that. 10,000 subscribers gets Andrei Svechnikov. That's more than fair.
Is that raw?
Yeah, it'll be wrong. It'll be good though.
Okay. I'm not gonna.
Well, that's from you, but from me, I
That's
stand
from
by
me.
mine graded. Yeah,
All right.
Wow. So
yeah.
Frank's gonna be
And Bird said he's already telling me that for 10K he's gonna give everybody a Brett Howden article.
That's funny. Listen, they wish. They wish they could get that. My turn is next here. Let's see. I need to start.
Tell him our dad has a Wayne Gretzky rookie and he won't sell it.
I know.
Oh, it's a beauty too.
It's
It's
all
going up
right.
in value though.
What was it? A PSA 5, right?
Maybe he's watching.
Yeah. If you're watching,
My dad doesn't watch this. He
Dad,
hates us.
I still want that set.
Bird, he just doesn't.
I know.
support it.
I'm still interested in that set. I'm still interested in buying it.
Jeez.
Matter of fact, I have money right now in my pocket. I'll pay for it right now.
Yeah, give it to me.
All right. So I got time left for that. Cool. What do you guys think of buying players that are going to a new team in the soccer market? Well, I already said I think Timo Werner is a great pick in regards to soccer. It really depends what team they're going to as well, because I know when Cristiano Ronaldo went to Juve, that really helped his card prices as well. And there's
A star
talks
is a
about
star.
Messi potentially leaving. I don't think it's going to happen. I think
Why not?
the story gets stretched. The story isn't remaining consistent enough.
It's
for me.
boredom, and they have to create a subject.
No, I get it. Trust me. I literally, I'm a journalist. I do this for a living, and I get that. But
Yeah.
there's few people, unfortunately, who go like a career.
But why
with
is
one
it big
team.
news? Why is it big news that Messi might leave?
I don't know.
What was when Neymar left? It happened, and he's doing great.
But Messi, was,
Ronaldo left. It happened, but he's doing great.
Messi is correct
Okay.
me if I'm wrong, but Messi's been there.
Messi's been
since
there
the
forever.
junior
A guy like Benzema leave, now that's a disaster.
Yeah.
That could really hurt the team.
Yeah.
And again, with $1 billion contract breaker penalty, I don't think anybody's going to take that.
Let's see. I need a picture here.
A pitcher? Coors Light for me.
That'd be pretty good,
Yeah.
actually.
Haven't had a beer in a long time. You know that?
Really,
Oh yeah.
guys,
Want some crap?
do you all believe that? I don't
Yeah.
know
Some
about
crap?
that.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but not on camera.
Not on camera, no.
Well,
Guys,
put it
I have
up.
no idea what you're talking about.
Yo, kids might be watching.
Do we have kids watching?
You guys don't drink, smoke cigars.
Leave your age down below. That's terrible. Do we have kids watching?
Imagine if drinking, everybody's gonna treat it like today how kids don't drink. Yeah, but 2 years ago, everybody's like, get off the game and do your homework.
Exactly.
Can a parent tell their kid that today?
Oh my god.
What are you doing? I'm doing homework. Get off the homework. Go practice your game.
Yeah,
Okay, work on your Fortnite.
exactly. Because they make some good money, man.
Millions,
That's true.
right?
Yeah. I'll be the first parent. I just need to have a
Mhm.
kid. Okay. So someone said, "Hey, also have a Los Angeles Lakers 2000 NBA championship Kobe Bryant and Shaq 3 set limited edition." I'm not really sure what the question is there. Where are the questions? Sveshnikov got a heart.
What about Carter?
Somebody said 97% of group chats involve food or cats, and I could not agree more. Like group chats, and honestly, that's why we don't have a Discord, because there's relevant information, and then there's, hey, check out my cat, or check out what I ate, or what are you doing today,
No.
and things get lost.
Is it true? Yes, but I think not 97%. I think 100% of group chats involve drama.
Yes.
Right? And there's always that one person that decides to bring drama into it.
Yeah.
You know?
Michael Porter Jr. Thoughts on Michael Porter Jr.?
I like him. I like him a lot.
But do you love him?
No.
You don't love.
No. Not yet. Not yet. How about Liz? Let's be
He's been
fair.
so
Not yet.
injured. He's been so
Let's
injured.
like-
Exactly. He's an injury
Doesn't
prone.
like Chuck.
He's an injury prone, and he is. No, not really injury prone. He does get injured, and he doesn't work on himself.
Right.
Right. Matter of fact, I was checking out today. There's this new product that it's an exclusive product. Believe it or not, it's one box that you can get 8 Kobe Bryant autographs in it,
Come
guaranteed,
on.
and 1 gold card.
Take my money. What is it?
It's almost $45,000
Okay, never.
for 1 pack.
Yeah, Mitch would put that in a semi-rigid.
I would not.
I'm sorry.
Oh man.
Okay. What else we got here?
I don't even put my receipts in a second.
Thoughts on Brandon Clark? I mean, he's okay, and I'm pretty sure I got an optic rated rookie of him. So like,
Brandon Clark, for some reason, I'm not saying it's wrong, but he's been picking up some value.
I just don't get why though.
Right.
Like you said, it's very.
It's just like Okiji. How do you say his name?
I have no idea who you're
Yeah.
talking
It's yeah, I know. Exactly. It's like a player that's been picking up value. Okiji, I think. Something. I don't even remember his first name.
No
Some
idea.
players just pick up value, or people start collecting them, asking for them for no reason, just because, right? Windler, like remember Tyler Windler, I think his name is.
Yeah.
Everybody's been looking for him, and
Oh, and I know I'm going back about an hour. It seems like
Mhm.
Mike Soroka would have been another good one.
oh my god, here's another Austin
Would've been
Meadows
another
for
good
me.
one. Yeah,
Not a big fan.
you're not a fan of Mike Soroka?
I'm not.
Why?
I don't know. I
He's so
think
good, and he's Canadian.
he's Canadian. I'm happy for him, but I don't think he will hold on like that for a long time. Jay is big on him too.
Man, Jay's smart. Robbie Ray just drafted. All right, cool.
All right, we got 2 more minutes, Bert.
We got 2 more minutes.
Yep.
All right. What are the questions here? Most underrated cards from First Bowman 2020. I bought a hobby box, and I am not sure if I should sell my Jason Dominguez. Was that the question? Most underrated cards from Bowman for this season.
From Bowman,
It's hard to say like underrated.
Well, yeah, no, there's Lewis Robert is very underrated. It's also
I
like
don't-
$3.
Is that all he's selling for?
Mhm.
Yeah, but last year's card.
No,
Sells
we're
for
talking
some
about
money.
2020 though. He literally, the question was 2020. That's Lewis Robert rookie card.
Yeah,
Bowman
so,
rookie
so I guess that would work.
and Bichette and Alvarez and I mean
Yeah.
Bichette and Alvarez. Okay, yes, because they've already established. They already had a lot. But
I don't
Lewis
think that's
Robert
their-
doesn't have a lot of rookies. And
We're
this
not
is
going to
underrated.
call those their true rookies, are we? Like,
Of course,
what's
they are
the
true
market
rookies.
doing?
They are true rookies. They're 2020 true rookies.
But to me, it's so weird because he played. What was it, like 58 games? Like almost enough for an entire year's service.
Yeah, but
Which it's like he played a lot. He almost
Yeah.
played enough games for a full season this year. That's a lot of games. But again, Mike Trout did that too.
Yeah.
So
another one, Bobby Witt Jr.
Bobby Witt Jr. is a stud.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Adley Rutschman's another guy who I think is going to have a really good year.
I like Adley Rutschman a lot. It's just recently somebody has brought to my attention something. I hated at the time. I hated the idea of believing it, but might be right actually. I never looked at it that way. That good hidden catchers tend to
Fade.
because their knees go up.
Oh yeah, but
And then I'm like, yeah, but that doesn't mean anything. Look at Piazza. And he's like, okay, well, look at Piazza first 10 years and look at Piazza after that. And it's right. Makes sense. Right? Look at Avila. If you remember Avila, first 5 years, he was a stud. Mauer, right? Canadian
Mauer,
kid,
yep.
right? Look at
Joe Mauer, who literally beat out Josh Hamilton.
I have a lot of Adley Rutschman.
Oh, I have some nice Rutschman cards.
Yeah, I have.
Okay, from one of my favorite products that not a lot of people have heard of, but I love this product. USA Stars, USA Baseball Stars and Stripes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Those are nice.
I love that product.
Mitch
Oh,
Mitch is holding like 30 Rutschman cards.
Yeah.
But I told him about Rutschman back in December.
Another kid that he will make people very happy is Riley Green.
Riley Green has already had like 3 catches of the year.
Yeah.
And he's just got a superb camp.
Yep.
Casey Mize. I'm excited to see what Casey Mize can do.
Pitcher.
Yeah, exactly. Pitcher.
Yeah, but
So that's tough, right? It's so hard to.
Mhm.
I would stay away from pitchers in general.
And yeah, it's just they don't have hobby love, right? Why? Because they change all the time.
Yeah. I like this kid, Kevin Biggio, a lot.
What is there not to like about Gavin Biggio?
Because I don't know. Like
Like
I said, that's just a card that I buy. Kevin!
Yeah.
Hey, Kevin, go through the chats and you can see people just roasting Mitch.
In you guys.
Mainly Mitch. Because he opens up packs with an
Exacto
Exacto
It was
knife.
his exacto. He set me up for failure.
Is that Kevin?
Thanks,
Kevin, the Kevin I know.
Yeah.
Kevin G.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kevin G.
Kevin G.
Kevin G, we're gonna keep
Kevin
his
G.
anonymity.
Yeah.
He's the shark.
Kevin recently
the
surprised me with some of the stuff that he's asking about. I'm like, where are you learning all of this good decisions?
From me.
Pro debut. So that's a specific question.
Yeah.
Pro debut card seems to be underrated, and I agree.
Yes.
I agree. Like you can pick up Austin Meadows, like specifically if you buy them in lots,
Mhm.
you can buy them for like 35 to 70 cents each.
Yep.
And like those are cards that are going to pick up in value. Same thing with
They
the
are,
paper
but
cards.
it's still
not
like,
too much, but like
well,
if you're looking at just like from flipping perspective, it's not a bad idea.
but that's what we said, right? A lot of people say, well, yeah, I mean, how much is it? It's going to be $1. That's going to go up to $10. Yes, you're right. You might buy $1,000 card. It turns out to be $2,000, correct? You just made $1,000. But that dollar card, if you buy 1,000 of them,
Yep.
and they end up being $5, that's $5,000. Guess what? You made double
Yeah.
what you would have made on the $1,000
and of course you
card.
do have to sell them, but
Right.
you'll be able to sell them.
And that's saying that they went up to $5. But let's say that they don't go up to $10.
Exactly, right?
Right.
So
So think about
I
it.
think the
Sometimes
same way.
quantity works better than quality.
absolutely, man. Honestly, I think the exact same way here.
Mhm.
Let's see. I got another fantasy pick coming up kind of soon. So let's see someone who had a decent whip. Obviously,
Oh, here's actually
K9.
there was a name there that I really liked. But
I need another relief pitcher.
Yeah.
So because of that,
and he just
I
disappeared.
like
There was a name
Bobby.
that I really liked, Davies, but he disappeared off the page.
he was drafted before.
Oh,
Yeah, literally. Okay.
man,
we got
anytime
two
you
more
bring
packs.
those, my favorite chocolate bar is Kit Kat, and I think he's giving his Kit Kat.
Oh, same, dude.
Yeah,
I'll buy you one if we hit 10.
That's what I'll do. If we hit 10K, I'll buy you a Kit Kat.
I'm
I'll buy
game.
you a box of Kit
I'm
Kats
game.
from Costco. And I'm gonna eat them all.
So again, guys, this is Frank's chance to plug his store, F&C House of Cards. Let them know more about it. Address, services you offer, the whole
thank
9
you.
yards.
F&C House of Cards, we specialize in sport cards and collectibles and non-sport cards. I can help you with supplies, with cards, with everything, and I could just help you answer your questions, advice, how to go, what to collect. And recently that I've been getting a ton of emails and messages and people coming in about cards that they want me to look at, to grade. I'll gladly help if time permits, of course.
Right.
I recently had a person that knew about me from the channel and is like, I am not from Windsor. I'm coming down. I would like you to look at a few of my cards. And I'm probably going to be there this weekend. And I'm like, absolutely, you're more than welcome. He came and brought down almost 500 cards. Yes, I'm willing to help. I gladly help, but
That's a
you
lot.
got to remember that
You're first.
there's only so much time. I don't want to spend the whole day trying to look up one card or like one person's cards. But overall, we are located on Tecumseh Road for those of you that are local, 4635 Tecumseh Road East. F&C House of Cards, come check us out. We have a group, and the name of the store, F&C House of Cards, trades, breaks, and whatever. And we also have a Facebook page, F&C House of Cards Windsor. We are on Instagram, F&C House of Cards. Anything you need, we're glad to help.
And he only grades 9.5s
I only
or better.
tell you to grade 9.5s, and
Very honest, too.
Yeah.
Very
it's
honest.
funny that one of the people that just contacted me recently through Red Cape is a guy from Niagara.
Okay.
He collects Alonso, and he was showing me some stuff, and he's like, what do you think? I'm like, it doesn't matter what I think. I got to see it in person. I don't want to give you false advice.
Right.
And then he's like, how much do you charge to look at my cards? And I'm like,
Nothing.
what? Like, literally, I'm like, nothing.
Yeah.
I don't charge. Why don't you? He's like, there's a guy that recently that's been doing it, and he was charging $5 per card to look at it and tell you. And then he's like, so a friend of mine tried him out, and he charged him $15 to look at 3 cards. So the friend literally sent the 3 cards that the guy told him to send. They came back 9, 9, and 8.5. I'm like, how do you not get one right? If you're charging people,
Nice
You
to
at
know,
least
but-
you at least need to have a solid
Yeah.
baseball batting
right?
average.
Like, there's nothing wrong with 9. But basically, the promise was, go ahead, to safe bet for 9.5 for these 3.
Oh, you said that.
Yes, that's what he told him. I'm like, how do you not get 1 out of the 3 right when you just charged them?
That's pretty bad.
You graded like 20 of my cards. They were all 9.5 or better.
Every single, I'm telling
All
you,
of them.
Yeah.
I only,
blown away.
there was only 2 cards that I got back, not what I thought they would get back, and both are mine.
Yeah.
One of them, I end up selling, by the way, the Pokemon card. Remember the Lugia I told you about? I sold it accordingly. Okay. Recent sales for that card, they were going for about $1,300 to $1,400 Canadian. I sold it for $2,100 US. Because every time I looked at it and I showed it to people, and they're like, yes, it makes no sense why this is a 9 and not
We used
9.5.
to have one too.
Right?
What, Lugia?
Lugia first edition. We used to have so
Neo
many
Genesis?
cards.
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
I mean every card.
I had
right?
Okay.
Yep.
Although I
I
don't
watched
collect
it.
like Pokemon like now because it's been so long and I don't understand the VMAX and everything other than like the first few years. So a lot of time, and I'd rather put the time into sports cards, like stuff that I do already understand. That's just
Actually,
me though.
pulled a very nice card.
Yeah, what card is that? Don't tell me.
Ooh. You don't see those two guys on a
know.
card very
I'm
often.
very often on the same card.
All right, so Dad's favorite basketball player of all time. Do you not know that? Probably not. Magic Johnson.
Oh yeah, I did know that.
And
Both MJs
Yeah, Magic Johnson and Jordan.
and Michael Jordan.
That's a very expensive card. If it's is the center good? Don't put it in semi-rigid.
Do you want to do it? Yeah. That's actually a card I have not seen.
So Frank,
Yeah.
Frank Omar Alvarez says, ask Frank if I can send him cards to look at.
now, are you accepting people to send them in, or is that
Yeah, they
mainly
go to a
something?
Yes. I don't recommend sending them in, but you're more than welcome to come to the store, and I will gladly help you and look them up.
You gotta buy something over $100 of value.
No, you absolutely don't have to buy a thing. Only unless
Yeah,
the name
like
is-
me.
Yeah, two things that two different people that I basically forced to buy things are people that don't know how to put cards in semi-rigid.
That's how you know a sucker.
So yeah, you are more than welcome to come in. I don't recommend you shipping the cards for me to look them up, but if that's your only option, absolutely. If you are gonna get them look at to grade, I would suggest you wait until we do have a group submission, and that way I can automatically submit what you're sending, so you don't have to just pay money shipping back and forth for nothing. But I would always prefer if you actually come in
Yeah,
in
for sure.
person. Yeah, this way I would explain to you why, or show you why I don't think you should grade certain cards, or why you should grade certain cards.
Yeah, I just brought you a card. What do you think that McDavid would grade?
I think that will grade a 9.
So it's not worth it then.
What's wrong with a McDavid 9?
Here, can I see that card?
This one?
Yeah, it's got to go in a semi-rigid.
Oh,
my
there you
goodness.
go.
Mitch is just
Do you
reading.
really
our
want to
comments.
keep it, or you want to ruin it?
No, like I want to put it in a semi-rigid.
Then you do it. Don't let Mitch do it. If you want to ruin it, hand it to him.
Oh, I know.
Oh,
Unbelievable.
yeah, I didn't
Yeah,
pitch them, but either way.
yeah. The McDavid that you got, yeah, I would grade that just because, right? What's wrong with the 9? There's nothing wrong with the 9. It's got a couple problems with it, right? I would be in shock if it gets a 9.5, but I would be disappointed if it gets anything under a 9. Yeah. The other card that I got was my Luca. It graded 8.5.
Bird is
a
already put
prism.
in there or what?
No.
Let's see. Show us.
All right, give me a
I
second.
know it's a little bit harder. I don't like those.
What do you mean though? Like it's
No,
really
wiggle.
not.
You got to wiggle.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, you having problems with
Oh,
something?
God, really?
What?
No. You just did the
I was
Mitch.
doing it like Mitch.
You just did the Mitch.
I know. This is Mitch. Ready?
Yeah. You
Honestly,
just did the Mitch.
But I know how to do it. That's the difference.
Oh man, I told you they're awful product.
They're
It's
not an
not
awful
awful
product.
product. Here, how about you hold a clock and tell you that after,
Get it
of
away
course,
from
here.
me. Get it away from
All
me.
right. Here.
Ugh,
There you go.
that noise.
Less than 5 seconds. How about
Frank,
that?
Oh,
I already did
Huh?
it. I already did it.
Yeah, but see, you have to do the wiggle.
this person
You have to
doesn't
do
like
the
one
wiggle like
touches.
this.
Do the
That's-
Frank wiggle.
This person doesn't
Wiggle,
like
wiggle,
one
wiggle,
touches.
wiggle. Yeah, there you go.
I almost.
Who said they don't like one touches?
Read
Who said that?
this. It's not just.
Where do you see that?
The shark hates them too.
Nordique hard.
Why do you not like one touches?
I thought a
What's
card
wrong
shipped
with the
you
one
give it a
touch?
Oh,
It had the
you
card jam.
definitely do not ship card one touch.
Well, somebody
Well,
did
no,
that.
you don't
My card
ship
was-
them one
Absolutely
touch.
not.
Well, you don't ship them,
Yeah.
but they're good for like.
But to
micro
keep a
house.
PC,
Yeah.
the best way to do it is a one touch.
Yeah,
That's a nice
You
card.
want your card, your corners to float. You don't want them touching anything.
exactly. What are people talking about? Come on now.
Thank you, Mitch. I really am going to say thank you again for this card because
Which one?
my Zion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell them
Frank got a Zion.
Tell them the deal we had. Well, don't tell them all the specifics, but
Yeah.
tell them we
Anyway.
help each other out, man.
Just 2 weeks ago, I decided to put the Prism set together, the basketball 2019-20 Prism set.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So I put the base set. First, I was going to put just a base set. And then I'm like, why? Might as well go for it, right?
Yep.
I thought I'd be missing like 30, 35 cards. I end up missing 8. Got 4 right off the bat. Was down to 4. But out of the 4 that I was missing was Zion, Morant, Harrell, and Domboya. And then Mitch walks in and I'm like, this is what I'm missing. He's like, I got a Zion for you. He's like, I have 2. I'm like, I'll take them both just to have one for the store and one for me for the set. And I'm happy with just one.
Nice.
So yeah, I'm down to 3. Actually, I know there's 2 here or 1 because the bubble doesn't count.
Yeah.
Just silver. Yeah. So I'm down to 2 cards. I need a Jaw and I need a Domboya.
So, what are your thoughts overall on collecting complete sets? Does that increase the overall value, or is it just the fact that people like to have the sets?
Side note: that card you pulled, Kevin just sent me a Facebook message. One just sold for 50 plus shipping. PSA 10.
This one?
Which card?
That card right there.
Really?
Same photo.
Good thing you did not touch it.
$50.
Good thing you didn't touch it.
I'm
Wow.
looking at it right now.
Wow.
What was it? What were we talking
Just
about?
pull the banger.
Yeah.
Frank knew too,
So,
like right away.
Yeah.
He's like, because how often do you have both MJs
I know.
on a card? Somebody in a group that I'm on, they got a super short print. At least that's what I'll call it. So it was 4 players on a card. It was Bo Bichette, Jordan Alvarez.
Oh, my dream
Luis-
card. My
Luis
dream
Robert.
top series 2 card.
Oh, gorgeous.
3 players. The shoot players.
No, this one had 4.
4?
I gotta find it.
That's
It had
got to
4.
be an SSSP then.
Yeah,
Because I know the 3 one sells for a lot.
yeah.
And haven't seen one
This
yet.
card was worth the recent comp $1,500.
I bet.
15. But if you think about it, it's a 4-way rookie. Like,
Did I tell you about the guy that I wanted one of the cards? I tried to put an extra Series 2 baseball set together. And I needed the Lewis Robert.
Okay.
So I told this one guy that bought a bunch of jumbos from me. And he's like, yeah, I got an extra Lewis Robert for you. I'll bring it tomorrow. So he comes the next day and he's like, there you go. I'm like, this is the only one you have? And he's like, well, that's the only one I want to sell. You don't want it? I'm like, oh, no, I'll buy it. He brought me the gold.
wow.
The gold Lewis Robert.
I
Yeah.
have one. I have
And
one.
then he's like, yeah, I know it's a little bit more expensive. I'm like, whatever. So I bought it for 200.
Jeez.
And
That's
it
not
took
good.
me
No gold.
took me 5 minutes to get 275.
Frank, what's your biggest dollar flip success? Just something that you didn't even think was gonna happen. Maybe a player blew up or
Is it that I knew that it was going to happen, or is
You
it
weren't
just a
expecting it.
surprise?
surprise.
The Lugia.
Yeah?
Yeah. The Lugia came in a lot of altogether nearly, I would say, about 12,000 Pokemon cards, including about 40, 50 base holos.
Charizard?
There was no Charizard in there. But
Charizard.
basically, I bought the whole lot. Like he told me, this Lugia, I will not take less than $100. Okay. And for the rest of it, I want 400. Okay. And he's like, this and that. And we apparently made the deal. But for the Lugia, he wanted $100. So I'm like, okay. Well, the Lugia I just sold for 2,100 US alone.
So
I
Yeah.
had a Ho-Oh at one point.
So Luke is wondering,
Mhm.
what are your prices for group submissions, and how do we find out when you're running one?
We're not doing that. Us.
I think
For
he was
group
talking about
submissions for
Frank's group
graded?
submissions.
Yeah.
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 Okay. As the guys know that the first time, because BGS can make up their mind, rules keeps changing. I will have another one very soon. I know I've been trying to drag it as long as I can and delaying people, and I'm sorry for that, but I would really like for the borders to open before I submit another one, because Now that BGS ships with DHL and not FedEx, DHL does not take into effect that these are my cards being returned to me. They treat them as custom on value. So if we do a submission and I have to declare value, I would like to use full insurance on the way back. And if I do that, the custom charge will be like $3-4 grand. So I gotta find a better way. I would really like for the border to open so I can get them shipped to the States. I have an American address and just go pick them up. Right?
Yeah. So
And because the last submissions we did, I end up losing about $850-900 on my pocket.
Yeah.
Which is I'm okay. It's
that's just
nobody's
the
fault.
stand-up guy that Frank is. Like,
Yeah.
So
I never told anybody about it. Never collected a penny from everybody. I just took it because it's not anybody's fault, right? It's not my fault, but thanks, PGS wasn't kind of clear to me.
So what are
With
the
me?
value of the cards when you do a submission?
Okay, we gotta work it out to see what they're doing. I'm gonna say if you have a card anywhere from $1 to $2.50, it will be the normal $25 per card. $2, everything $2 extra per autograph. If it's, I believe it's gonna be $251 to 1,000, it would cost about $35. Anything over that, it'll be around $50. And that's all given 30-day service, everyone, not unlimited.
But they also get the best guy in the city.
But yes, you will get the expertise. I am sorry, guys. I know a lot of people through the channel have been contacting me and offering me to pay me to clean cards. Can I do it? Yes. Am I good at it? Yes. But I'm sorry, but I will not do it because that is very, very time consuming.
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody's like, well, how long does it take? The way I do it, it takes about 20 to 25 minutes a card.
How do you do that? Maybe
what's the best way?
we
Just-
do an
just
episode
briefly.
on that sometime?
Actually, there's a lot of guys that are doing it and they can show you how to do it on YouTube. It's pretty much exactly what I do.
I would like to.
Yeah.
have
I've
one
seen-
There's a
again.
special solution that you use with a special cloth.
Does it get rid of dings?
It
No.
doesn't get rid of things. It gets rid of scratches.
Oh wow.
Possibly. If the scratch is not a deep one, we'll get rid of it.
Wow.
Okay. But the most idea of it is to improve surface. It will not fix your corner or it's not going to improve your centering.
Yeah.
But surface, it will fix it, especially smudges, minor scratches. Yes, I've seen them and gone.
Wow.
I have turned 9 cards into 9 5s. And
That's like using PEDs for sports cards.
So Frank will take your 6 and turn it into a 10.
No.
no, never said that. But I have turned a 9-5 into a BGS 10.
Oh, that's pretty legit. That's thousands.
Yep. And it's a nice card too. It was a McDavid Young.
I have one.
No, I can't fix a corner. That's what I told you. Yes.
Graham asked, do you prefer basketball rookie cards in the pro team uniform or the rookie cards with the college shirt on?
Pro team uniform.
Pro team uniform.
Yeah.
Pro team. Because you can look at any of those Zion Duke uniforms, and even though Duke is prestige,
Mhm.
they sell for like fractions of the price.
That's true because they're
Yeah,
not.
close.
They're.
Propaganda and stuff, right?
It's demand, right? It's
Yeah.
demand. I mean, like look at CHL hockey.
Yeah.
Right. It still sells for a ton.
Yeah.
There you go. Some Lafrenières are more expensive than McDavid Young Guns.
Yeah. But if you look at
Yeah.
McDavid Team Canada, they're not worth as much as.
They're not worth as much as the actual rookie or CHL. I have a CHL autograph of McDavid, number 50. Yes, it's worth a lot of money, but it's not worth as much as a pro uniform.
All right. So here's my sleeper pick for the entire draft. Nick Solak. Nick Solak. This is a kid who was drafted by the Yankees, and he was a part of a pretty big trade. And now he's playing in the summer heat of Texas. I'm about to draft him. Almost nobody knows who he is.
No, I do know who he is. I think he plays like 4 positions. If I'm wrong.
This has him as second and third, but I just drafted him with my second last pick.
No, he is. I've heard of him. He plays multi positions. He plays more than 2 positions. Maybe that's what he qualifies for.
And that's why 3 rounds ago I picked up LeMahieu. He fell
Mhm.
first, second, and third.
Mhm.
Slot him in there. So I'm liking my team. I'll definitely read it off towards the end. Just keep in mind it's pitching limits, and
Yeah.
there's a lot of different things. So it's not your ordinary draft. But what are you gonna do? And then I got one pick left, and hopefully I can get this kid.
So back to some more questions. Yeah, totally understand. What are some good running backs to invest in for football?
I still feel like Zeke Elliott is actually really his card prices are high, but running backs, typically speaking, stay away. But if you want some good ones, AJ Dillon's gonna blow up. AJ Dillon within the Green Bay Packers system, it's gonna work. J.K. Dobbins is gonna work. And last but certainly not least, probably my favorite, Jonathan Taylor.
I was gonna say, when are you gonna get to him?
No,
like he's keeping shouting names. I'm like, he hasn't said Taylor.
Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah.
Jonathan Taylor. And if you guys want, I got a nice little autograph card of his because I picked it up for like $7.
Yeah, I know.
Because nobody. How do you rush for 2,000 yards in the Big Ten and like nobody knows who you are? Like I'm just. I mean, it was such a year of the quarterback, right? And that's another like investing strategy that I use.
That's not the first
Last
time.
2 packs. Then we're done. But I gotta edit some projects too.
No, you need to edit the baseball video.
No, Bert, I have like,
Dude, you have to get that out before the season
Bert,
starts.
I'm gonna edit other stuff and I'm gonna make money.
Oh my
Like Bert.
goodness. Red Cape makes money. What'd you draw, Frank?
The sleeves, not the cards. I never draw cards.
I do.
Yeah.
I wonder if I'll pull his on.
All right. Exacto?
Okay.
Frank, he stabbed the pack and
because
ripped
they
the crow.
don't do this.
Okay, let's pretend we're Mitch. How would you
So
think
bad.
Mitch will open the card?
So bad. Like, I already did mine. I wasn't even trying. I wasn't even looking. I can't believe someone's that bad.
Those
You know what I
packs
mean?
are different.
Please. Rick Mahorn. I got a Rick Mahorn
There's a name
with the
drop.
Sixers.
I got a Drazen Petrovic, rookie.
I got a better rookie.
Tim Hardaway. His son is going to do major things with the Mavs. Muggsy Bogues. Pooh Richardson. Let's see.
Somebody said customs charges are terrible.
Oh my
I-
Let's
goodness.
keep in touch.
Think
Hey,
I
you know
win.
who I feel bad for? Loyola. The
I win.
Dennis Rodman Defense Player of the Year. I pulled like 6 of those before.
Yeah.
Not bad. I don't know, Muggsy. I got the shortest player in NBA
Muggsy,
history.
Yep.
Here, Mitch.
You shorter than Spud Webb?
Oh, by far. Muggsy Buck's only 5'4".
Can you jump?
Yes. He wasn't a dunking competition.
Yeah.
No, he was not.
Let's
Spud
see.
Webb was. Dennis or Robinson, right?
Josh Jacobs is another good pick too for running back.
Robinson? He could dunk.
Which Robinson? Mitchell Robinson, David Robinson. Which Robinson are we talking about?
Short guy. Really short guy.
The gaming god.
I'll need to see a picture of that. So if you haven't already, post it in our Facebook group.
Nate Robinson. Thank you.
Nate
So-
Robinson.
Post that
He
in our
could
Facebook
dunk,
group.
though.
That way I can see it. He has a Sandy Kovac Natural Project 2020 card. And he believes it's an error because it's the wrong way. So we'll see.
You know what? No, it's been there's been quite a few errors in the Project 2020. But it's funny that are they actually errors or are they
I
intentional
don't
errors?
like error cards. Why should a card be more valuable because they messed
Because
up?
it's
Because
awesome.
it's unique.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait to like rip up my card.
But
and make
some
it
of
unique.
believe it or
But
not, some
that's a
errors
human
are
error.
intentional errors.
Yeah.
They made errors on purpose.
Yeah, like Mike Trout
But
where the
Pokemon
Angels is
stuff.
flipped.
Yeah.
Yeah, but some of the errors that people find are, I don't know. I don't know.
All right. So my draft is complete. It's 23 players that I had to draft. At catcher, future Hall of Famer Yadier Molina. First base got Matt Olson. Second base Ozzy Albies. Third base Matt Chapman. Shortstop Bo Bichette. In the outfield Mike Trout, Austin Meadows, Eloy Jimenez. My utility Jimenez, whatever.
Really?
Whatever. Mitch says
It's
Keto
Jimenez.
Marty. He says Keto Marty for Ketel
Kettle
Marte.
Marty.
Okay.
He's Keto Marty.
My utility players, I have
Finally,
the most hated man in baseball, Jose Altuve.
You drafted him?
He was
Wow.
available.
You
I would
made
never.
me sit next to a guy that drafted.
He was
I didn't know he
available.
would do it. I didn't know he would do
Are you a buzzer?
My wife didn't. My wife. Oh, you chicken. Boop.
Oh, that's funny.
My rule is I would draft Aaron Hernandez.
Great to see Frank made an appearance. What's up,
Um,
Who? Yep.
Rob D. Great to see you, Frank.
Yeah, bro.
My pleasure, buddy. Anytime. I'm glad to help. Glad to be here. I actually, believe it or not, enjoy this a lot. Enjoy interacting with
this
people.
is fun, you know.
Yeah, it's fun. And always hear about it. And I'll bet you when I turned off my phone, my Carol will probably say, "Are you staying safe? Are you keeping your distance?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "Yeah, I know these guys are safe. They
For
were
the
playing
most part.
well."
So
Just,
I mean, there's
Mhm.
not too much harmless. Like that's
Yeah.
the thing, though, right?
People
People consider this an expensive hobby, but if I'm a parent, I'd rather know that my kid's getting into sports cards than getting into drugs or getting into
That's
trouble.
Into alcohol or trouble or trying to do something stupid. And I'm talking this from experience, guys. I mean, ask my parents how I was as a kid. I was a demon.
Yeah.
You were bad.
Absolutely. Very bad.
All soccer players.
Very bad.
That's why you're good, because you know the other side.
Right? Like I was a nightmare to everybody. And I know it. Not a lot of people realize it, admit it, or know it. I knew it. I was a nightmare.
Wow.
God bless my parents for keeping up with me
Yeah.
the way they did. Oh yeah. So yes, if I had sport cards, or I'm not gonna say because of sport cards I became an angel. No. But if I had something to keep me occupied and busy back when I was a nightmare, I would have not had these days, right?
Boredom is dangerous. right?
Boredom is dangerous. Challenge yourself is dangerous. A lot of people challenge yourself. Yes, challenge yourself athletically, academically, any way, but don't challenge yourself in stupidity. It just doesn't get you anywhere. Now, I was that guy. Challenge myself in stupidity, right? And just did something that everybody told me you can't. So yeah, I advise, and that's why people talk about Pokemon. Here, guys, what Hooked on Phonics can teach a kid to read, write, calculate, no colors, no abilities, no things. None. A Pokemon card can do that,
Yeah, that's a video coming
Right?
out soon.
right?
I already talked about that.
Yeah.
It's coming out as a clip.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I saw
So,
that. It was cool. It was cool.
Yeah. It's educational at the same time. And the same thing. You buy it a year from now, you still have it.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
still doing it. Look where I'm at. Right
And
now.
let me just say
You'll
too.
be shocked because you remember when this was empty.
I remember when you were.
Let me just say too. Growing up, a lot of people would say, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, and all that stuff. It's nerdy. It's nerdy. How do you know all that? But the same people saying that would then turn around and say, "Do you remember that game back in 1967? In the seventh inning, such and such player did this and that." And it's like, you're just as nerdy, right? So
Yeah.
it's I don't know. I think too many people get picked on for loving what they love, and I don't find anything wrong in this. Now, I mean, mind you, if you're spending, like, if your rent is X amount of dollars and you're spending all of your rent, you got an issue,
Well, absolutely. There's a limit.
right?
There's a
But-
smart way to collect, smart way to keep busy, and smart way to invest.
But those packs are cheap, man. Like those ones, I bought that box for.
Yeah.
like,
Oh, here's a question
$10.
for you, Frank.
Yep.
Because Frank owns the store. When do you think the prices of top loaders will go back down in price?
As soon as companies start producing them on regulars. Right now,
So a few months we're looking at.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Only because they're so short. Like, I mean, they're not making as much, and therefore the very little that are there are very sought after. There's been a cutthroat where some people are offering more money for them just because they want them,
Wow.
and that's what's raising the price. I had a store owner from Toronto that came to the store yesterday, and he took every pack I had on the shelf of specialty size top loaders.
Wow.
And he's like, "Do you have any more? Do you have any more?" And I'm like, "Why?" He's like, "Oh, I have a lot of stuff to put in top loaders, whatever." That's how he approached me. So he took everything. I had more, luckily, inside. Not a lot more, but I had some few. And I told him that's all I have. And after he took them, paid for them, and he's like, "Thank you very much. Now I'm gonna give something to my customers." I'm like, "Why?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm a store from Toronto. I just came to scout all the stores in here and just take what they have.
They're hard to find.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
So he bought everything. Spent
I actually
$300
have a
on
lot.
top loaders.
I've been stacking some, not that many, but
Like regular size, I can get no problem, but specialty size are very hard to
Yeah.
come by.
Also, there was a question above there. Someone said Project 2020 cards because they're thicker. I believe they're 130 points. How do you send those in to get graded? Those cards, correct me if I'm wrong, you actually don't send in a semi-rigid because
Yeah.
it won't fit. I believe that they'll accept those just on a top loader.
But why grade them?
You should see the price differences.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
I've never looked into that. Actually.
Oh, my.
that drum one I should probably grade
Yeah.
the red one.
So, for comparison, if you do get a 10, and a lot of these are actually coming out 10s, a card that's so like the Griffey Shore for
Mhm.
even, that's a card that's selling anywhere from literally $5 to $10. Like it's really gone down. The 10 is selling for over 100. So, like,
Really? I
yeah.
didn't know.
And then
wasn't aware of that.
more valuable cards. So let's say Ermsey Mike Trout. There's a 10 of that, and it's the price differences are crazy. And I didn't expect that because these are cards that are placed into
Mhm.
from the get-go. But like you said, shipping wise in a one touch might not be the best idea. Right?
No, it's safety wise in one touch, not maybe. But you gotta
Yeah.
trying to find a top loader, right? Trying to find a top loader, even if you take out one of your cards that wasn't that size.
Yeah.
You know, temporarily.
For sure.
A moment my son will always remember is when he pulled
an
an
OV
got a
Young Gun.
grunt.
That must have been a cool moment pulling an
Mhm.
OV Young Gun out of a pack. I couldn't imagine.
Only one.
You pulled extra Zakians? Nice.
Yeah, I pulled those two from the last.
Yeah? No gold?
I just have the ones that Azenta Gold, I think.
You didn't pull a gold in that box?
No, I don't think I did in that one.
That's weird.
I got a secret rare though.
Yeah,
A
but
trainer. That was it. No gold.
you got the BD? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah,
as
I got some good cards though.
Mhm. Yeah, those Zakians are nice. The extras, full art, whatever.
So
Frank,
James
we're
is
gonna have you on again. People already want to know.
Really?
Yeah, man, people like you.
Anytime,
So
anytime,
everybody
No, right?
anytime you guys like.
Cool.
As long as time permits, of course.
Yeah.
I'll gladly be
Cool.
game.
Well, we go live. We're trying to go live every Monday if we can. So.
Yeah.
Well, I might not be available every Monday because when the world goes back to normal, you got to remember I got a second job at night, right? So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so whenever I'm available, yeah. But if you do it live, where on a day that maybe we can go a little bit later, I'm willing
Yeah,
to sacrifice an hour if you guys sacrifice an hour.
Sounds good. Somebody said, when can you do an NHL budget video? I am, rather than me doing an NHL budget video, I'm just going to refer you all to our podcast, NHL Locked On with myself and Mike DeStefano. That's a monthly podcast. It's literally a podcast dedicated towards collecting, flipping, the whole thing with hockey cards. So check that one out. I'll definitely post that in the Red Cape Sports Facebook group. Do you guys think Malkin will make the Hall of Fame? And if so, will his cards increase? Regardless, if he makes the Hall of Fame, the cards will increase, right?
I think
But
him,
will he make the
him
Hall of
will
Fame?
retire. His cards will increase. Will he make the Hall of Fame? Absolutely.
Absolutely. Wow.
Absolutely.
That's okay.
Think about it. Guys like Malkin, you're asking if they will make the Hall of Fame. Why wouldn't a guy like Malkin make the Hall of Fame when a guy like Sundin did?
Yeah.
Rightfully so. Sundin belongs in the Hall of Fame.
Yep.
But Malkin's done more.
Yeah. I also am not a fan personally of like baseball. I believe it's after X amount of years they take you off the ballot. And of course, people still write in Pete Rose's name. That's one thing. But this year we had Jerome McGinley, and I forget the name of the defenseman there, but he retired years ago, and he still made the Hall of Fame. I'm not a fan of that. I feel like, okay, like if you didn't make it after like 25 to 30 years after you've been retired, are you really worthy of the Hall of Fame?
Yes. Because what happens where you deserved it, but every year there was somebody slightly better. So just because you were slightly edged doesn't mean you're pushed over.
Well,
No,
then-
there'll come a time where you are slightly better than the next best.
but
thing.
my argument with that is okay. If there's someone slightly better, why not just instead of inducting 3, induct 4 or 5? Like if they're
Well,
deserving,
that's 100-year-old rule. They're not going to change it today.
I know.
I mean, you keep in tradition, right?
All right.
Yeah, Pete Rose has not been inducted because everybody still holds a grudge.
It's ridiculous.
Does
It's
he
ridiculous.
deserve to be on there?
How
Yes.
come? How come the hardest thing to do in all professional sports is to hit a ball, and the guy who could do it the best because he
The
gambled.
hit king.
Better. Hey, what did 4,200 hits?
Mind you, he played
Yeah,
25
90
years.
something, yeah.
He was
4,256.
Yeah.
What a switch
I
hitter.
don't remember the number. I have an autographed bat of him where it says the hit king and how many hits.
Let's look it up.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's 4,256.
Something like that. Yeah.
I
Let's look
should.
it
I
up.
thought it was 4196, but you could be
Let's
right.
look it up. Pete Rose hits.
All I know is
4,256.
I still. Oh no, maybe that's why.
Yeah.
Ty
I
Cobb. Yeah.
That's the number I had.
And it's scary too because if you look at all these other guys, like a guy like Stan Musial,
Mhm.
Ted Williams, fought in the war. Like that's a lot of ball games that they
But
missed
these
out
are all
on.
Hall of Famers.
No, I'm just saying. Like,
Yeah.
imagine where the numbers would.
undervalued.
What?
Should I mention them?
Yeah.
That doesn't matter. No, I'm not gonna. I think Jackie Robinson's undervalued. Some of his cards.
Wait, I mean,
Oh,
not really. I mean,
Jackie
they
Robinson?
sell for a
He's
ton.
like my hero. He's great.
He sells for a ton.
Frank, here's the question
Yeah,
for you.
Yeah.
Why isn't McGillney in the Hall of Fame? Or why isn't McGillney not in the Hall of Fame? I think he's asking why he's not.
Okay, so why is he in the Hall of Fame?
Because we don't know his name. We don't know.
Oh, okay.
Alexander McGillney.
'Cause he's
Alex, and then Les Alex said Ichiro is the true hit king, and I could not disagree more.
kind of
I could not because the Japan League and the MLB are two different beasts. I don't because of course if you combine them, right, he has more hits. But I'm not about to combine them. Sorry, and I love you, Les Alex, man.
Like Gibson, who would make it in or whatever.
Right, the catcher from the Negro League.
Okay, is he a great hitter? Yes, but is he the hit king? No.
No, because he doesn't have more than 4,256 hits. I'm sorry, Alex. I am so sorry. You rock. For those of you who already haven't done it,
And
check out Les
honestly, I
Alex.
don't think any player in this era that's gonna even come close to that.
Pitching's so much better now. Almost every
yeah.
guy's throwing
I-
95.
Pitching,
now.
Babe
equipment,
Ruth would get gassed.
ballparks. Everybody's trying to recruit the heavy bombers so they can push the walls back.
But also,
Except the Tigers.
could you imagine if Babe Ruth had the privilege of a pitching machine to practice his hacks?
Yeah, but that's even different too. He
I'm
was
just
playing
saying,
before
technology is
they were-
different,
he was
right?
Playing before they
What if
allowed
Wayne
black
Gretzky
people
had a
to
stick
pitch,
from today?
right?
How good would he be? Like if Wayne Gretzky had a
That's
50
a
flex
whole
stick.
new episode on its own.
Yeah,
I know.
yeah, that's
Okay. And we've talked about several times.
Oh, he's gonna
Wayne
be the goal
Gretzky
king.
of the 1980s was playing as old as he is today, back then, today. How would he do? He
Yeah,
would
turn
be
into the
a fourth liner. How about that?
Fourth
A
liner.
fourth liner.
Les Alex says, well, baseball doesn't care about batting average.
Yeah, but no, I want to go back to that question about McGillney.
Yes. Sorry. Why isn't McGillney in the Hall of Fame?
I think he's
Alex,
talking about
what
Alexander McGillney.
Alexander McGillney.
So why
Why?
isn't he in the Hall of Fame? Let's see his numbers. I'll tell you right why. His
He-
stats. So let's see. I don't know his numbers by heart, but
I
trust the old
believe has
NHL.com
McGillney
does.
won a cup? I don't think he's won a cup.
I think that's like irrelevant though. Let's see. I mean, numbers wise, 990 career games played, 1,032 points. That's a Hall of Famer
Yeah.
because he's also got 1,000 points.
Yeah.
Which isn't an easy task.
Yeah.
Let's see. I mean, he's had a few good seasons. 127 points, 107. I mean, other than those, but he
Yes.
had a long career
He
from 89 to 2006.
Well, I mean, his best career were in Toronto, right? When he played right along Sundin and whatever, right? And
2001 to 2004, yeah.
Those weren't
So
bad
is
years.
he a Hall of Fame caliber? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Is it what has been who has been inducted as of in the last few years are better? It's that simple. Everybody that was inducted in the last few years are better than McGillney. You know, but does he
Yes.
belong there? Absolutely.
So they're right. He did win a cup with the Devils.
Oh yeah, that's true too. Yeah,
He was
I
with-
wasn't
01?
sure. Hmm?
01, right?
Yeah, that's the year they beat the Red Wings, I believe. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Yes. So he did win.
Yeah.
Honestly, maybe because he started his career with Buffalo, and Buffalo
No,
again.
no.
is another
When he was
place.
with Buffalo, they're pretty good back then in the 90s.
No,
Buffalo
I'm-
90s or
But remember
tough
what I
team.
said? I said Buffalo,
Yeah.
Buffalo, and Miami are the two places that like your careers don't
Did
don't
they have
work.
Hasek? Did they have Hasek?
You know,
Was that-
Hasek, LaFontaine. There was that was a team, man. That was a tough team. That team that can just grind you.
Do you know what team I'm surprised didn't win the cup? The Senators with Heatley, Alfredson, Spezza.
No goalie.
Ray Emery was decent. He was a
Goal is
hothead.
pretty important.
He was a hothead, but
No goalie.
and like I mean,
Okay.
I'll give you that because if you look at the one thing that all the cup like
give you that.
winners have in common, it's maybe not a great goalie, but a goalie who got hot.
What about Tim Thomas?
Tim Thomas was a fish flopping out of water, and I loved him for it.
Hey, I'm just
I
saying.
love me some
out.
Timmy Thomas.
One-time wonder,
I'm a-
One time,
and he destroyed his own career.
well, yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
So,
That was for no reason.
all right. So here's a question that I have,
Mhm.
and I say this to everyone.
Mhm.
And I already know Mitch's answer, so obvious, and you'll know too. If you could only give one athlete, past, present, a hug, who would it be? You could only hug one athlete. I knew yours would be
I don't
Zion,
even kiss him.
but if you could only hug one athlete,
Easy, very easy.
yeah, Prince Fielder.
No.
That's a giant human teddy bear. Prince Fielder.
No,
If I could only give one athlete a hug,
Yeah.
Prince Fielder.
Felix Botman.
Oh my God, my mom's gonna fight you for that one.
Easy pick for me. Easy pick. Very easy pick.
Fun fact: isn't
No,
that
maybe.
isn't that how you got into sports
So-
cards?
Yeah.
Because you found a Felix Potman
On a bus
card
stop
a
on my
bus.
way to school.
Tell people a story real quick.
That's basically the story.
Oh, okay.
I was going to school back in the day, and I went to take a bus. I found a hockey card on in the bus stop right under the stool. I picked it up. It was a Felix Potvin hockey card. It was a seventh sketch. Okay, it's called that. That was a product. Seventh sketch Felix Potvin card.
Yeah.
And I just fell in love with it. Pretty much I don't no longer have all my Potvins except that one. I will never get rid of that.
Wow.
Yeah, and that card led
Still
or
have it
end
to
up.
this day.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
but that card led to the largest Felix Potvin collection known to man.
Yours?
Was proven, verified. I had nearly,
Wow.
and a lot of you will not believe Felix Potvin had that many cards. Yes, he did, guys.
I'm
If you
sure.
count parallels and different, I had nearly 4,000 different cards.
Somebody
Oh,
just
Felix
asked a
Potvin.
question on Eugenie Bouchard. So Eugenie Bouchard, what I thought was weird about her is the tennis player. She wasn't doing well. Obviously, she made those Wimbledon appearances, and she wasn't doing well. And then she came out with this eating disorder
Mhm.
that she had. She's never been the same since. The moment she came out publicly with that, people were so rude and
Judgmental.
so judgmental,
Mhm.
got into her head mentally. And tennis is such a mental sport
Mhm.
because it's you. You don't have teammates or anything. So I don't know necessarily what the question with that is. But Eugenie Bouchard,
Good
No,
old Canadian.
I think they were answering to who would you give a hug to.
oh, okay,
That's why I put
Okay.
Gretzky's daughter in there.
yeah.
Happy Gilmore.
Happy
Les
good
Alex said stay 6 feet
Bird,
away.
did you see LeBron has some of his own cards? What are your thoughts on players stacking their own cards? That was a question from the man Les Alex.
Giannis, dude.
I
think-
have no problem with it because honestly, LeBron stocked up on his own cards. How does LeBron know how LeBron was going to be? What if LeBron broke a leg 3 years into it?
Yeah, like he's just betting on himself,
Right?
Yeah, aren't they all betting on themselves? Like,
Yeah.
Well, he's not betting. He didn't buy them because he thought they would be worth 1.8 million. It's cool to have a
Not like he
card,
needs it.
right? Same with one of the online breakers, Phil Hughes, right? He's got a few of his own rookie cards. It's nothing wrong with it. If I had a soccer card made of me, I'd own quite a few.
I know Mike
Just
Trout
because
owns a
it's
few
fun,
of his, right?
Huh?
I know Mike Trout owns a few of like his rookies. Maybe
Mike
not like
Trout,
expensive, but
I'm
like
trying to
it's
remember.
you. It's the same thing. Like Zion, who's going to be on one of the covers of 2K. You better believe he's going to buy like limited editions. Like it's you. You know what I
He
mean?
doesn't even have to create a character.
Yeah.
The Gretzky, remember Wayne Gretzky, that he gave his daughter a card that she's the only one in the world that has it.
Oh, really?
It was a card that was an autographed, I believe, and he gave it to her and as a gift because he didn't want the card produced, and she's the only one that has it.
They also did all the work. They're like the CEO of that
Yeah.
card.
Yeah.
Like, they should.
And I would like to know if LeBron owns number 23 of 23. If you
like
think,
Steve Jobs bought his own stocks, like
Yeah.
somebody's saying too. Like,
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah. And that's the thing, right? Like Elon Musk too, right? Like you almost, in terms of stocks, bet on yourself,
He
right?
even said
Because
the
if you're
stocks
not
too
betting
high.
on yourself, then like why?
Yeah,
so how is that different from Pete Rose?
exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Because I'll tell you why.
Well,
Because
you
I
don't
asked
know who
I asked
bet
Joe
who
Siddle
loses.
about this, right?
Yeah.
So Joe Siddle, great family friend,
Mhm.
and he does the Blue Jays Sportsnet. And Joe Siddle said, "I am heartbroken because he played pro ball for many years,
Mhm.
and the one thing he keeps saying, when you sign your contract, there's a clause in there that says, I hereby acknowledge I will not bet on baseball."
Mhm.
And in every single room that he's ever been to, from minor league ball
Mhm.
all the way to pros, there's a big sign with all the Major League Baseball
Mhm.
bylaws, and then bold writing it says, no betting on baseball. So
No, what he did is wrong. He was punished. He was hated. And it's been how many years?
Yeah.
But let's forgive.
I
The
think
Giants
what makes
just
it
took
better
a
too.
knee during their game.
Cool.
Have you heard about that?
No,
Nice.
I
The
didn't.
Giants took a knee during their.
Hey, good
their
for them.
game. Coaches kneeled during anthem prior to the A's game.
I have no problem with that.
It's kind of cool. Live news. Talking about it.
I have no problem with that. And for everyone who's saying it's about the flag, educate yourselves. And I'll end it at that.
Yeah. It's about,
Educate yourselves. And I'll end it there.
Mhm.
Somebody said, should I buy an Austin Meadows first pro debut for 65 cents? Yes. Yes.
As much as I don't believe in him, but yes.
Meadows?
I don't know why you don't believe in him.
I don't know. I don't think he's going to be a Trout.
Is it rookie debut or pro debut?
Oh, did he say rookie debut or pro debut?
He said pro debut. I'm pretty sure he meant rookie debut.
Oh, no, there's two different cards.
Or
Different
65
products.
cents. Buy it.
Uh,
Buy it. Yeah, I told Mitch to buy those.
yeah, where did he get those, Mitch?
eBay.
It's got a lot long.
Man, you got quite a few.
Yeah, these rookie debut cards are absolutely gorgeous.
Sorry, we did not get those at Frank's.
No, Frank doesn't have that many.
Yes, I do.
Oh,
This
you're
card is going to blow up, though. This card.
right. He's got a lot. They
It's
really
going to do
cheap.
well.
A lot
Lots specifically for rookie debut lots. You can buy them so cheap. And like we were saying earlier on, oh my God, we've been doing this for 3 hours. It's crazy. But like we've been saying early on, a $1 card turning into 10, not a bad idea.
Frank, don't even joke.
So let's see.
That's Mitch for you.
That's all I
Oh
have
my
left.
goodness.
Mitch used that 260 count coin top loader to put at 35, not even 35.
This was when Corona
Fine.
was happening. I couldn't buy top loaders.
Really? I would have donated some to you than to see this hideous thing. Wow.
Barry
Can
Bonds-
you do one thing right, Mitch?
I know I messed up with that.
All right.
All right, we have another debate here
Mhm.
because Les Alex is in the comments as well. Said Barry Bonds should be in the Hall of Fame. Let's be honest,
No.
steroids or not, Bonds, Sosa, and McGuire saved baseball. Okay, I'll give you that. They saved baseball.
It was exciting.
But
It
My
is
one
exciting.
thing more. So we were talking about the Hall of Fame for football, the Hall of Fame for NHL, the Hall of Fame for whatever. NHL, it's like when Mark Messier, I was there. When he got inducted, I was there. Because my aunt had tickets.
Mhm.
He didn't wait the required amount of years because, right?
That was yes.
No, but just hear me out. With baseball, when Derek Jeter, for sure, Hall of Famer, and Ken Griffey Jr., these are all within the last decade. They didn't they had to wait their turn. And baseball is the hardest professional sport to make the Hall of Fame in,
Mhm.
and it's so difficult. And I believe that it's a good thing. So the moment that they let one maybe if in, it's just going to open up the floodgates. And I think the fact that they've gone so long with keeping them out, maybe they should. I believe Barry Bonds does belong in. Correct me if I'm wrong, but he's had in one season
100%.
alone. In one season alone, he had more. He got on base more times than he had at bats, which is
Okay.
crazy. A crazy statistic.
It is, but look at it in a different way. Whose record did Barry Bonds break? Home run record.
The home run record.
Yeah.
That was the 61.
No,
McGuire.
no. He didn't. McGuire.
Well,
61. Yeah. I thought he said 1961.
No,
That's
no,
actually-
no.
Yeah.
No.
McGuire. And whose record did McGuire break?
Roger Maris.
Actually, McGuire, who was he competing with for that record?
Sosa.
Now, whose record did they break?
Roger Maris.
Now, do you know what Roger Maris went through in his life as a player
Oh yeah.
to
He was
get to that
threatening
record?
To die.
Right?
Yeah.
The guy had gaps losing his hair of pressure. People were on his case.
Okay.
He went through hell
But what does that have
to
to?
break that record.
Okay.
Media.
And
I'll hear you out.
he
I'll hear you out.
did it the clean way. And even he died not knowing he held the record.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
I didn't know that part. I didn't know.
Yes, because Babe Ruth had the record in fewer games. So therefore, when he broke the record, they put an asterisk. It's a total different record.
Yeah.
There were 2 home run records for so many years. And then finally, the commissioner says, no, there will only be one record. And Roger Maris is the record holder. When that happened, Roger Maris was dead. He died not knowing that he held the record. So you're telling me a legend, a guy like that, to hold the record for so many years, to be broken by a guy like Bonds, who took a couple shots to help him do it? Does that guy deserve to be in the Hall of Fame? Absolutely not. I'll back it up with blood.
Yes,
no,
because of the
not him,
stats.
not McGuire, not Sosa, not Canseco, not anybody that juiced
No.
and they changed the outcome of the game. Because if it wasn't for that juice, that record would have still been intact today.
The first thing we did to answer
Mm-hmm.
the Alexander McGinley, should he be in the Hall of Fame? We looked up his stats.
Yeah.
The stats say so much.
I know, but why
And
did
Barry
those
Bonds
stats?
has the stats.
Why? Okay, why does he have those stats? What happened the very next year after he hit 73? When he was told that, we know you're juicing, you cut that crap out.
Let's look it up.
Look it up.
Specifically.
How do you go down from 73 home runs to the shocker that you're going to see?
I'll look it up.
Yep.
But regardless, he was a Hall of Famer before he took.
No, he was not.
Yes, he was.
You know?
Les Alex helped me in the comments. Barry
Yeah.
Bonds was a Hall of Famer before he took the
All
juice.
these good years that you saw, he was on the juice.
I did not know he was,
He was
let's
good
say,
before the juice, though.
he was 65.
He was good.
Misses.
He was
great.
good.
He was
but
great.
he was
But he
not
wasn't
as
70
good.
home
Like he was
runs, yeah.
nowhere.
Yeah.
He would have not reached 40 home runs for 73.
He was
Okay.
65.
Well, Rob D says
Hey.
agree Bonds in Hall of Fame.
He was 65 hits away from 3,000. Didn't know that.
Well, thanks to look up.
And 4 RBIs away from 2,000. That sucks. So, okay, where did he hit 73? We're going to see home runs. I was looking in the wrong column here. Where he hit 73. Then he hit 46. He hit
Okay.
46, 45, 45.
That
And
is
you're trying to tell me.
okay. But this is when the juice thing happened, if you remember it. Right? 2004, end of 2004, beginning 2005 and 6. That's when it blew up about the juice, about
Okay.
the courts and everybody. And
So he took a year off because he played 14 games. So
Yeah.
he literally took a year off.
so how do you go down from
And-
45 home runs to 5?
I will still gladly take a guy who hits 26 home runs,
Mhm.
77 RBIs in a season. And what did he bat? 270.
Okay.
I'll take
Now-
that on my team.
Look at the years where before, keep going up. Okay.
What do you want?
The years
How,
before
how did
73?
he do? How did he do in his first years?
In his first years?
Yes.
He was a Hall of Famer. Look at this.
Look at him. Show me.
25 home runs,
Yeah.
24, 19, 33 with 114 RBIs,
Okay.
116 RBIs.
There
He
you
had
go.
four, 1, 2, 3,
When
4
was
seasons in a
what-
row.
How
of
many
100
seasons
RBIs.
did he play before he got 40 home runs? 10? Something like that. 8, 10?
That's so common for so many players.
No, it's not.
Yes, it
No,
is.
it's not.
Yes, it is.
For a guy his caliber,
It's common.
I'm sorry, we agree to disagree. He does not deserve
And
to be.
I
in
want
the
to
Hall.
look at this. Look
Yeah.
at the intentional base on balls. 22, 32, 43 intentional base on balls, 68,
Okay.
120,
Of course, because that's the prime of the juice. 2000s, mid 2000s.
2004.
Yes, that's the prime of the juicing years.
I mean,
No.
the stats are there number wise.
Now, because
I don't think he'll get in.
he
though.
had help. Because he had help. Okay.
How many MVPs did he win? Let's look up that. It'll be right here. Awards. NL MVP. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-time MVP.
Mhm.
7.
Now,
Okay.
with these numbers would have been where they are if he didn't get help.
Frank, they'd still be Hall of Fame
But
members.
he wasn't hitting.
Do you know how many
70
scrubs?
years.
Alan Trammell, for crying out loud, is a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, because he did it the right way. Maybe he wasn't the best player, but he didn't cheat.
Oh my goodness.
What?
Well, Pete Rose won't be in because of it.
No,
But
I know.
Pete Rose didn't cheat.
What about Shoeless Joe Jackson? Dude?
Shoot.
He had no
Well,
money.
that's a story that we'll never know the truth. Did he
Okay.
participate or did he not? We never know the
Is
truth.
he in the cornfield?
So let's
Okay.
see. Let's see how many MVPs he had He had 3 MVP seasons before 1994 even. So he was still 3-time MVP.
Then why did he need to juice?
That's what I'm saying. I don't get that either. But my argument
Well,
was
then.
he was
Okay, how about this? Let's just say he made a bad decision.
okay. Let me say this then:
Mhm.
should Tiger Woods be in the Hall of Fame for having laser eye surgery to see better down the field? Because if we're talking about performing enhancing drugs,
Yeah.
laser eye surgery is 100% a PED. It enhances your vision. And
Okay.
it enhances your performance.
Oh, that's a total different thing.
It's not though,
Whoa, you can't just throw that.
Oh my God.
but it is.
Did you just say that?
I did. I did.
Okay,
Right?
Bird was so good. I think he's getting tired. Bird's back being Bird.
Well, we're at
No,
3 hours. and
Because
15
if we
minutes.
want to, I'm just saying.
His eye surgery, it's not going to help him only on the field. It's going to help him in real life. How does taking steroids going to help you in real life?
Well, it didn't help him pick the right women.
Right?
That's different.
Well, right?
That's
That-
different.
that is so different. And you could never prove that he had eye surgery to improve his game. You could never prove that.
Oh no, you couldn't prove it. But he
Okay.
did have the surgery.
He did.
That's all
Maybe
I'm
he
saying.
had bad eyesight.
That's all I'm saying.
It helped his normal life, right?
So Les Alex says he juiced because his ego. We saw the way McGuire was being loved, and he wanted that.
McGuire also owned the juicing company and did commercials
Okay,
about it.
but I do feel
Okay.
bad.
Does that guy deserve to be in the Hall of Fame? Maybe. Why? Because he never denied it.
That is true. Yeah,
He never
But not
denied
only-
it.
But not only that, okay,
What?
his story, McGuire's story, remained the same from start to finish.
Yeah.
Being
Bird, that's a bad argument. Let's stop.
who said that?
Let's.
That's fine. Whatever. I'll talk to him later.
Yeah.
But the
We're gonna
thing,
delete this video.
no, the thing about McGuire, right?
Yeah.
The Major League Baseball rules weren't really written until after that McGuire Sosa season, and he took stuff that was readily available over the counter.
Yeah.
So up until that point, I don't think what he did was necessarily wrong.
No, that's
Right?
what I'm saying. He never denied it. He never said, no, I didn't. No, I didn't.
And he kind of got screwed, in my opinion.
And
Because
yes,
if it-
he took the fall for a lot of players.
Right? That's the same as like
Okay.
I don't know, but if I go to Shoppers Drug Mart here in Canada, I don't know what the Walgreens maybe is the equivalent in.
Like what
in the
Bonds
States.
did was deny it, absolutely not, blah, 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 and then get there and then totally refuse testing. Same as Roger Clemens.
Well, his head's like 10
Okay.
times bigger.
Roger Clemens, now look at his numbers.
Yeah, but Clemens,
Look at his number. The guy's a Cy Young winner how many times before he
It
started?
helped him. It helped
Yeah,
him.
Okay.
it helped him because he was getting older and he wanted to stay where he is.
So look,
But he had the numbers.
He took him
Les
before
Alex-
he throw hard and call.
Les Alex says if we take away the last 5 seasons
Mhm.
of Barry Bonds, he's still a Hall of Famer.
But how do you
So-
know he was only juicing for 5 seasons?
It's true.
Well, okay. Well, you said the 73. So let's even remove 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
'Cause you could juice
7.
and get lean,
If we
too,
remove the last 7, that's
right, Frank,
Huh?
maybe he was juicing
still
when he
off
was
it.
at his skinnier side.
Right?
Right.
How do you know it's
Who
only
knows?
5 years?
I don't know.
Hey, Roger Clemens, did you know he only threw 85 when he played at junior college?
Yeah.
He was-
And then he was in
juicing
upper
that.
90s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Roy Nito. Hey, shout out to Roy. I believe I saw him at. I saw Roy somewhere
You don't
before.
know these people.
I actually do know Roy. I saw Roy at Saudis. That's where it was, and he was a nice guy. And correct me if I'm wrong. He once did some work on the side of St. Clair College Mediaplex. That's how good my memory is, and he'll let me know. Watch.
I never challenged you on your memory.
He'll let me know. Roy Nito will let me know.
Mhm.
I have his phone number somewhere in my phone. Actually,
Where's your phone?
right here. You
Well,
want
at
me to
least
text
Bird
him?
agrees that Bonds does not belong in the Hall of Fame.
It's tough. It's
Like how
tough
we
to
get
say.
3 hours and 20 minutes in, you guys get like into a heated argument.
I know.
This is
Because,
a
because
long
you
as it
started making bad decisions.
It wasn't a bad decision.
You know, keep it up and you lose the Howden.
No.
Okay.
For those of you who missed it, or for those of you who are still with us, let's do a quick recap. 10,000. Once we hit 10,000 subs, Frank's giving away a holy grail.
Bird's giving away his card.
No, I'm giving away my Brett Howden.
Are you?
No, that's what you said jokingly. But Frank's giving me a Brett Howden autograph. It's like $30 and I still can't afford it. I'm that cheap. And Frank, out of the goodness of his heart, is like, it's killing him that it's not in my PC. So I'm gonna sleep with that underneath my pillow. So I appreciate it.
That's an
Just
awful
don't let the
spot
wife
for your
catch you.
trick.
With Brett.
Hey, better than in my semi-rigid after Mitch touches it.
Ooh, that's hurt. Ooh, that's, yeah.
Jeez,
No comment.
very good memory. Yeah, that's what Roy Nito said. Wow, eye laser. Pete didn't cheat on the field. Again, going back to Pete because obviously people want to talk
Who said
about
that?
Pete.
Pete Alonso?
Somebody said Pete did not cheat on the field.
Yeah.
100% correct.
I agree with that, and I think that's why Pete does belong in because, like you
Absolutely.
said, he didn't do anything to
To change
better
the
his
outcome of the
chances.
game.
Right.
Yeah.
But betting on games where you're a manager, that's
But
shaky. I know he bet on
True.
himself.
he bet on himself.
Do we
But
know that he always did?
they looked up all his bets. He never bet on himself or the team to lose.
Okay.
Never. So you could never say he threw games or he
No,
did
I haven't,
decisions.
Mike.
Somebody said it's 11 p.m. Has Mitch learned how to use a semi-rigid yet?
He's getting better, but I guarantee you, but by the time we get 10,000 subs, he'll be halfway as good as everybody else.
We're all saying Mitch is the only person on the planet not to know. My 4-paw dog could use these semi-rigid.
No, I'm gonna disagree. Not on the planet because when I went to different galaxies, they all knew how to use semi-rigid.
Look where my Svechnikov is in, too.
This is not the one.
That'll grade
That's
as a
not the.
6.
That's why he's giving that one away because he destroyed it trying to pull it in semi-rigid.
Let's see. It's gonna show up in a second. Oh my goodness,
Semi-rigid's awful. I hope that company goes under.
Mitch! Nobody could even see that card. That was brutal. I want to jump on next time. Frank's on. Mitch and Frank teams up on you. Yeah. Surprisingly, less Alex have been picked on too much today. Mitch has definitely got the bad side of it because if you guys watched the last episode, Mitch literally tried to open up a pack with an X-Acto knife. Like, who does that?
Hey, I was being safe.
Who does that? It was not being safe. Do you think that's safe,
Absolutely not.
dude? Like, and somebody compared it
There's
to washing
nothing
yourself
wrong with admitting your mistake.
Yeah.
What you did was horrible. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, the only horrible
That's
thing
step
I
number
can
one.
think of,
Kevin gave it to me.
the only thing horrible I can think of is the thought of, like, let's say It's as bad as thinking that Luka is better than Zion. That's how bad, You
that's
did.
true. Yeah. I don't
Right?
think that bad. Though.
right? Like that's how bad,
Zion.
You did it.
Yeah, Zion is more potential.
right?
Oh my god, you guys just do this to rattle me up.
Why?
It's not even close. It's
Okay.
not even close.
It's just as bad as thinking Luka's better than Zion, trying to get it back with the Zeta.
But he is. That's the thing. Luka is better than Zion.
At shooting, maybe. Oh,
No.
no, shooting.
What?
Leading his
Shooting,
team.
that's it.
Zion's not going to make the freaking
Luka's better
playoffs.
shooter than Zion. Maybe. Actually, we don't know.
Luka is a much better
We
shooter.
need Zion. Needs
Oh my
flying.
god, stop.
No,
Stop.
Luka is better than Zion. He's got a G2 license, meanwhile Zion's only got G1.
Yeah,
So
Zion.
he's in driving, he's better. So I hear.
Yeah.
But what
Can
else?
Zion even drive a car yet?
Exactly. So
20.
Luka's better. No, I'm not arguing with you.
He turned 20 like 3 weeks
Yeah.
ago.
Les Alex says Zion won't be in the league in the next 5 years.
No. False.
Yes.
Where's that card? Where's that card?
False.
Don't touch my Zion.
No, not your Zion.
I don't want that. It's free.
Bird. Where's
Nope,
your
I got a
Zion?
card.
Bird, where's your Zion?
This is my Zion.
Bird, where's your Zion?
Greg Oden.
Oh, get that card.
Greg Oden.
Whoever said that, would you like to bet Zion Prisms on that?
Hey, Frank, listen to this.
Mine against yours?
Listen to this one.
Frank makes fun of Bird when he is with Mitch. When he's with Bird, he makes fun of Mitch. That's not fair. It's true.
It's
He's nice
true.
to me when I walk into his store.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull up his credit
That's
card.
what you call a win-win situation. The more you pick on when you team up with one against the other, see, when was the last time you saw the two of them pick on me? Never, because I'm always helping one against the other.
I can't make fun
That's
of
a smart decision. That's a smart
Frank,
decision.
you only grade 9.5. You're better.
Hey,
Yeah, I'm the best
for the
I've
record, right? Buckeye shirt. Greg
What are you
Oden.
doing? He's dropping cards. I don't drop cards like that.
Oh my God.
Unbelievable.
Oh,
It's okay.
He just
look
grabbed.
at the floor.
He just dropped a Gary Payton.
Oh
rookie.
my dude, he's dropping rookie cards on the floor.
Unbelievable.
Just look at the corners.
Oh,
Oh,
It's
okay.
goodness.
Back to my point. Greg Oden was an absolute stud college. Basically led his team to second place in March Madness.
mm-hmm. And then how good
Zion.
did he do in the NBA?
Not well due to the injuries, which is exactly what will likely happen to Zion.
And this is a guy
Mitch has
that,
to unload.
by the way, when this guy came in the
Technology.
league, Bird said, "This is the best guy to invest in."
Whoa, false. I wasn't even collecting sports cards back then.
Just joking, everyone.
But I mean, this or the next pick, Kevin Durant. That's quite something.
I wouldn't invest in Canada.
What are your thoughts on Kevin Durant? Good buy or not?
it's
A lot of
too
people
late.
hate him.
He's
Yeah.
frail.
He's skinny.
he damaged his own value.
Yeah, he
And
did
I
it to
mean,
himself, right?
Golden State helped him do it. too.
Because here's the thing: think of how many people loved him during the whole "You the Real MVP" speech. He was loved, and he was like,
Yeah.
arguably speaking, the second best basketball player.
When are these gonna run out?
Well, I got 5 boxes left.
Do you really?
6. Sorry.
KG kind of did it to himself.
Oh, here's a good question. Is Carey Price a Hall of Famer as of today?
Oh God, yes.
Tim Hardaway, rookie.
Carey Price, Montreal,
Yeah, Montreal
Canadians, next Hall of Famer. I can't think of anybody. I mean, everybody that deserved to be in the Hall of Fame from the Canadians are already in the Hall of Fame. Carey Price, yes, maybe hasn't won a cup, but that guy deserves it, man. He put his heart out. He played. You know, just like what's the difference between Carey Price and Marc-Andre Fleury? They did the same exact thing, except Marc-Andre Fleury had a better team most of the time.
Yeah, we're both not
Right?
fans of
You won a cup, too.
having to win
Oh,
a championship.
He's got another one of these greenies. The drugs one.
The drugs.
Yeah.
All right. Thoughts on championship? Lakers, Clippers, Bucks, or a dark horse?
Lakers,
I'm-
who?
Lakers, Clippers, Bucks, or a dark horse?
I'm going with the Lakers. I'm betting on LeBron until he proves me otherwise. No,
Yeah.
honestly, just the fact alone that he can make the Cleveland Cavaliers make the finals, and that team was awful. That team was awful.
That comeback,
Yeah,
yeah,
I
was the
think-
best. One of the best.
I think losing Rajon Rondo
it's-
is going to be
Yeah.
major, but LeBron and AD
Is it-
alone should get it done.
No, is it a good pick? Yes, but I honestly think Kawhi is no fluke. I'm gonna go with the Clippers.
But are the Clippers strong enough?
Yes.
even
They're
defensively?
I believe. Sorry, their 1-2
Not
tandem.
Corona.
Their 1-2 tandems are stronger than LeBron and Davis. They're Clippers.
See, this one I don't agree with.
Mhm.
Dwight Howard is a Hall of Fame lock.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is. Numbers work.
I thought you just said numbers don't work.
He's ripped too, man.
His
He'll be
numbers-
playing for a while. Eh?
Okay.
He'll
His
keep
numbers
playing.
work. He's been playing forever.
Yeah, but dunk contests too and stuff. Like he's very
I
popular.
don't think he's a lock.
If he wins with the Lakers, though.
I don't think he's a lock though. I wouldn't say lock. So what's he averaging career wise? Let's see. Mind you, his first couple years were phenomenal, but I mean, here's a guy who's averaging 7 points. I can't believe we're talking about a guy who's, you know what? Those are much better numbers than or no, it goes. Why do they have it listed opposite way? Did you see that?
I don't know either one.
Like the numbers. He hasn't averaged 20 points since 2011,
Pippen didn't either.
but he hasn't. I'm just saying he hasn't. So since he left Orlando,
Yeah.
which is exactly when I pinpointed his
All
season,
right, guys, we're gonna wrap it
his
up.
career kind of went down.
We've been out
All
for-
right. Outro?
We're at 3.5 hours.
Oh, geez, 3.5 hours. I'm gonna go home, eat some pizza, maybe some bagel bites. Bagel bites are good. So yeah, thanks so much for being here, Frank.
No problem. I gotta go home, take care of some cards, put them in semi-rigid the right way.
Send me the tutorial.
Hey, guys, we're gonna make some shirts that say we use semi rigids, and they're gonna be for sale.
No, we'll do something.
Yeah, we're gonna. I don't know. We're gonna make some shirts up, and you can purchase those at a later date. Thanks everyone for being here. This has been an absolute pleasure. Frank's in his glory, just checking out his prisms.
Frank, you gonna buy any?
I can buy them all if you want. I like all of them.
Anyways, guys, we're gonna try to make this.
Did you pick these
weekly
out of a
thing.
bunch?
So
Did you pick these out of a
Those
bunch?
are just prisms that you
Yeah,
last week
'cause-
gets them together.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Well, I mean, not these.
All right, guys.
Sale.
that's the end of this. Bam, bam, chicken ham, something, something. Bye.